Amigos a Miami. Me llamo Travis Terrell. We are live-o.
Morning, everybody. Chris Tim and Travis Terrell with a tilde over the I in his name. We're live at Midcoast Studio, and we're happy to have Chris Gardner, the producer, here. Hello, Chris.
Hey, Gardner.
Great to see you.
Oh, that
Jump
was-
right to it.
That was quick.
Yeah, it was very quick.
Good
Very
morning.
premature of us.
What?
Huh?
Huh?
Nothing. Good to see you.
Don't try and move away from that just by putting the W up.
Okay.
But you can put the W up.
Yes.
Good
Nuts on
morning,
wall.
walnuts.
What's up, walnuts? Chris, say hello. Chris,
Just
do it.
did.
Do it. Do it again. I didn't see you. So it didn't happen.
It's a fun part of the show.
There we go.
It's our favorite part.
How we doing today? It's Wednesday. We got a big comedy night tomorrow night. We'll talk about that more.
Uh-huh.
Angela Smith will come in today. She's on that show at Sophie's tomorrow night. She's going to be moving soon, so happy to have her in.
She's heading out to
Christmas movies, too.
California, Chris.
Whew, and España, I believe. Is that how you say it?
You have to ask him. He's the one who introduces the show and something.
Say it again. Let me see.
Spain.
No, that's not how you say it.
How do you say it, Travis?
España.
That doesn't sound right.
I feel like it felt good.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's right.
España.
How we doing today? Everybody hanging in there? We got a nice, beautiful weather forecast ahead of us.
I do.
Fun times, man.
December hasn't been brutally cold, though I feel like it's a setup.
Still scarf weather for you.
Still very, very much scarf
'Cause
weather.
it's brisk.
It is. You don't want to test it, especially with your throats being exposed. You don't want to get what the kids call the strep.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to keep a scarf from time to time around your neck.
I finally figured out why you're wearing that scarf all the
Okay.
time.
Well, please go right ahead.
My theory is it's a starter scarf. Kind of like a starter bra,
Okay.
but you have a starter
Training.
scarf.
Okay.
Training scarf.
Yeah, so it's a training scarf
Yeah.
for MLS.
Huh.
You're kind of getting yourself ready for an MLS scarf, I think.
I tell you what, I want people to see my neck as an opportunity. You know, everybody's about selling the T-shirts, selling the hoodies, selling the sweatshirts and the hats. Not a lot of scarf models.
No?
So and I don't brag about it a lot, but I have a nice neck. I have a great neck.
What makes your neck so nice?
I think because it's nice, it's like thick, but not scary thick. It's like strong, like a strong. He's got a strong head, so you need a strong neck.
Uh-huh. Because you have an ego?
Well,
Strong head?
well, I have a large brain. That's very creative. We talked about my genius yesterday during the show. And so,
Well, you did.
Well, it was mentioned, thus is now documented as part of the show.
You're
So,
saying
look,
we like we were all involved.
well, I
in the
feel like you guys
discussion,
didn't
but
dispute it, so.
that doesn't mean we were discussing it,
Well,
though.
I feel like you guys didn't dispute it, so therefore
Okay,
it
that's
must
different.
be true. But look at that, that's a good neck, and then you see how my beard
Hold on.
accentuates and then caters towards my neck. See how my beard goes down towards my.
Yeah,
See, it
that's
stays
not bad.
at.
That's not bad.
So it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for us, for future advertisers, for anybody that wants to be a part of We Are Live, for them to say, well, forget a shirt, forget a hat. Look, scarf it up around that lovely neck is.
Show that neck again. Let me see.
I'll look towards Chris.
Okay.
Hmm.
Oh, that's not bad.
Any bumps?
A little. You got a little. You could do a little better job shaving.
Okay.
Yeah, not bad.
Great opportunity.
It seems proportionate.
Thank you.
That's key, I think, with a neck.
So I think it's an opportunity. It's my neck is a billboard for you fine advertisers out there. That's what I'm here for.
Your neck
Yes.
is an opportunity.
Yes. Speaking of which,
Oh,
if you're the St. Louis Aquarium, maybe you want to put the date of your grand opening across my neck because we have a date, my friend.
Could have said. We could have crafted a gift on your neck because it opens when?
Christmas Day. Looks like Santa is putting a shark down your chimney.
Down your what?
Chimney.
Huh?
Chimney. We didn't have them when we were kids, so I don't know how to say it. So excuse me for being poor.
Oh, that's
That's why I can't say it.
the shibboleth of
Uh-huh.
being poor.
Yes.
Uh,
You rich boys can say it, can't you?
we say chimney.
Yeah, there you go, rich boy.
So since I just don't add a
Did you have one? Did you have one?
a chimney
Yeah.
in one of the places.
Ah. How about you? Did you have, what do you call it? In your neck of the woods, what did you call the stack that came off the top of the house?
Well, a brick tunnel?
There we go. Ah, Chris isn't the rich boy I thought he was. Excuse me, sir, for calling you that all these months.
An upwards tunnel. Yeah,
A sky smoker.
we had one in the our cabin in Louisiana, Missouri. Damn. Not in the house, I don't think.
Rich boy.
It wasn't. It was just a small little.
Yeah, I bet.
It was like a shack.
Yeah, I bet. Rich boy.
It was nice.
Did it heat the whole house?
Well, it was like a shack, so yeah.
So there you go, rich boy.
Well, I mean, it's
Must be nice.
relative.
Using nature and science to heat your house.
Isn't that nice to do?
It must be, rich boy.
What do you
Chris,
use?
look at the rich boy over here talking about his chimney.
I don't have it anymore.
Okay. But you had one, so you grew up in
Well,
gated communities.
this
Probably.
is not a gated community.
Chris hit him with the rich boy. He's got
I
he's
don't
got a chimney.
I'm
It
good.
wound up this entire
This was
house.
in Louisiana, Missouri. I
Oh,
don't think they have
whoa.
gated
It's not
communities
possible.
there.
a state inside of
Other than
Missouri.
like a cattle guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't
that's
have
right.
you didn't have a chimney, Chris, at all? Don't I will text JPD.
No, not like the gather around the chimney or gather around the fireplace with the giant chimney coming out of it.
Gather around the chimney now.
Yeah, on the roof.
We got to get on the roof.
Yeah.
That would have made sense in my house. My dad was a roofer for the longest time. Again, Dad, get out the ladder. Let's gather around the chimney. Pop's going to tell a story.
What's your favorite animal you're looking forward to seeing?
According to Kayla Wheeler of KSDK 5
Look at
on
him
your
go.
side,
Are you going to answer the question?
I am looking forward to seeing the stingray because that motherfucker owe me money.
Does it?
Yeah, he does.
Are you gonna like try and go after one on the opening day and say it's for Steve Irwin?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. There ain't no doubt in my mind.
Steve Irwin.
Yeah, it is.
Jump in and stab it. Ah.
Motherfucker gonna be on the tailgate when we're ready to have the Battlehawks opening day.
Ooh, can we do a tailgate for the opener of the aquarium?
Aquarium. Ah, that'd be dope. We just have some fish steaks.
Yeah, we're all cooking seafood.
Just cooking seafood. Squid.
We
You
got
want to do it during Lent?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Get a big crowd. Big fish fry.
fish fries.
Bush beer sponsor.
If you want to go viral, that's our opportunity right there. Nothing like tailgating one to begin with on Christmas Day, but
Yeah.
doing so on the opening day in the parking lot of Union Station,
Doing a fish fry.
doing a fish fry.
Want some shark? Mmm. I think it'd be good.
Feel like if we get a permit, they couldn't stop us.
I was looking at some of the renderings.
You love renderings. That
Yeah.
is pretty.
That's a Shark Canyon, they're calling it. Now, what got me with one of the renderings I was looking at is I'm confused and maybe a bit hopeful by one. And it's this one right here. Because I'm looking at it and I'm like, wait, are those like whales floating in the sky? And I'm like, why would that be the case? What are they, like holograms? I'm like, wait. Are they going to have like holograms at this place?
Look, if they have holograms, can we officially call that a game changer?
Because no one told me about that. I was unaware of that, and I'm now very curious.
I feel like maybe somebody got carried away with the renderings. However,
Doesn't it look like? I mean, the way
but to your point,
they're
it does look like
positioned-
yeah, the way they have it set up looks like that it would be a hologram.
it looks like they're holograms above you. And if that's the case,
Man, we're talking a brand new ball game.
holy shit!
That would be pretty dope if that was the case.
So I'm gonna need some more information here. I might have
This
to
is a
reach
bit of
out
a tease.
today.
This is a bit of a tease.
Because
I
yeah,
would
it was
be
just the way
surprised.
they were positioned and the way they were shown, kind of translucent. I'm like, wait. Is that what I think it is?
It
'Cause-
l-
oh boy.
Now, I'm glad we are putting this out there because we don't want the St. Louis Aquarium to be the next fire festival because it appears to look like fraud, aka false advertising.
Mm-hmm.
So let's make sure that they are advertising what they're saying they're advertising?
Right.
Is that just a rendering guy got carried away,
Yeah.
exercised outside the lines, or are you promising hologram whales? Because if you are, boys and girls, St. Louis is back.
Is that the one that
That brings
Turns
them
it all
back.
around.
That's it. Hologram whales?
not the MLS?
Look, nope.
Not a
Not-
Stanley Cup.
Not the NGA.
Not NGA.
Nope.
It's the hologram whales.
Hologram whales.
I need answers to this.
Me too. Who do we call?
Don't know. We might. There's probably a few PR contacts we could reach out to. Let's figure this out after the show.
Okay.
We need to have an answer to this because the way you're showing it and presenting it to me, I'm excited. I don't want to be let down. So I'm trying to temper that excitement at the moment. But I
Right.
saw that this morning when I was looking through some stuff after the announcement, and I'm like, I need to have an answer here
Right.
because I need to know what level of excitement I have. What's my expectation? I can't set it without that information.
So we're assuming that the 25th, Christmas, that's going to be kind of your soft opening because most people will likely still be with their families, and I would imagine the people that will only be going to that on the opening day would be folks who are staying at Union Station, perhaps with the over the holidays.
Could you see a Christmas night family trip to?
That's possible. Very strong.
Yeah.
Very
A lot of people go to
possible.
the movies.
Yeah,
on
because
Christmas,
that's
yeah.
a movie night, right?
But the big day is the day after Christmas. That's when everybody's truly out of the house. So maybe this is just preparing them for the likely overflow of people that are going to be there the day after Christmas, because that's when it really goes crazy.
And some people do stuff on Christmas Eve rather than Christmas. Some do both days depending on their family size. I know.
Well, this is a great way to start to kick off 2020, certainly, with the grand opening of this, what hopefully is a very delightful, maybe hologram-filled St. Louis Aquarium. Good for them.
That's what I need to know. Hopefully, we'll have an answer on that soon. Been looking for answers from the news people around town about certain things and haven't gotten them. Still don't know what Steve Stinger was playing video game wise while he was supposed to be working. Would
Speaking-
love an answer to that, but
Speaking of the city and the county, we're looking at a situation that we've been loosely attached to with the Loop Trolley. Of course, they talked about recent sales where, despite the national attention that the Loop Trolley has received, or Ope Trolley, it still continues to drag when it comes to revenue. Just under $2,000 this past month for the Loop Trolley. Do they say, look, do they meet with the people who are responsible for the new renovations over at Union Station, the St. Louis Aquarium, maybe even some of the MLS folks, and say, how can we stretch this all the way downtown? Or do we just completely say that
Yeah.
it's the end of the road
well, that seems
for the
like
Oak Trolley?
as much money as they put into it. I don't think expanding it. is
Yeah, I
the-
don't know if that's the move right now. We do have an answer to Christmas attendees.
Yeah.
Yale Hollander, he'll be on the show tomorrow night. Be sure to come out to Happiest Hour, see Yale perform. St. Louis Magazine's doing a profile on the guy.
Oh.
He says his people will be there on Thanksgiving or on Christmas,
Ah.
but they'll be asking where the locks are. You see Yale with a net trying to grab a salmon, slice up, put on his bagel.
Sure. Oh, I thought this was fresh catch.
Yeah.
All right, so here's
Just dipping his hand in. Oh,
Yeah.
someone's gonna eat that blue lobster accidentally on the first day.
Yeah, and then the Blues are going to lose every game the rest of the year.
Oh, that would be such a
Yeah,
great curse.
I would.
That'd be legit curse.
all right. So we got a little more info, Guardsy.
Okay, who's this from?
This is again from my good friend
Uh-huh.
Kayla
Okay.
Wheeler. You may not know her. She writes for KSDK.
Okay, now read it in a monotone voice.
The aquarium will have one-of-a-kind exhibits with more than 3,000 aquatic animals from the rivers and oceans of the world, including more than 60 sharks and rays and a 250,000-gallon tank.
Oh. It's just one
However-
tank?
Probably. I don't know. Maybe multiple tanks? Fish and other scaly creatures aren't
Scaly creatures?
That's what it says, scaly creatures.
Okay.
Aren't the only animals that will call the aquarium home. Otters, sloths, turtles, and owls will also have a place there.
What, owls?
Owls will be intended.
Why the fuck are you gonna have owls in there?
I don't know, man. But sloths are pretty cool. I saw that movie where the sloth was moving really slow in the cartoon. It was very funny.
That's what they do. They're lazy, right? Or
Yeah,
are they just
I think
naturally
I think they're
slow?
naturally slow. I think they can probably still slice your throat.
We could go take a picture and say, "Look, Yadier Molina is here running the bases."
That'd be good. That would go viral. Content.
Yeah. I
Remember
don't know. I
Lord.
don't like this owl thing though. Owls
Remember
scare
Lord
me.
Stanley though. Remember him? He was the Blue Lobster. He'll be there too,
Yeah.
and will live in his own hockey-themed habitat.
So this jerk gets his own tank for just being blue?
Yeah, that's what happens.
That seems unfair.
Why do you have a problem with lobsters of color?
I'm just wondering why they're isolating Travis.
Maybe society should apologize for isolating them to begin with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why are you isolating this
So now he lives in a.
lobster of color
not-
instead of allowing this lobster of color into the tank with the other fish?
Maybe he deserves his own
whatever.
Wakanda, a place that that caters to its needs now. It doesn't want to assimilate any longer.
Thinks it's a king?
I think it deserves to be treated like one.
Okay. Just for being blue?
Hey,
That's like for someone who thinks like it's a personal accomplishment to be born in the United States.
that's a good.
I'm American.
point.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
So what? You were born here.
That-
What did you do to do? You did nothing.
Now this may answer sort of the question, or not. At the aquarium, there will be a 3D virtual reality train ride
Okay.
that honors the history of Union Station's railroad past.
Well, that's not involving whales. I
But
don't
it does
think
have
whales.
3D virtual technology, so maybe if they're
Yeah.
capable of creating a train ride out of 3D virtual technology,
Yeah, but I
hologram technology may also be available.
I need to know if whales are floating above me.
Okay,
That's
let's
what I
see.
need to know.
All right, tickets are starting at $25, Chris,
Okay, that doesn't answer the question.
and $18 for kids.
Okay.
Uh,
How about-
I'm gonna go out and say that you're not going to get your, you're not gonna get your, huh? You're not gonna get your hologram.
Why don't you hate him whenever noises come up?
Because
Let's stop this. Let's hit the brakes of the show.
let's look at
What
how
happened? What
adorable
was
he
that?
is.
What was that?
I don't know.
What was that noise?
I don't know.
We'll figure this out.
My hands are on my lap.
Was that your phone? We're playing games here. What's happening? Vicky says the shellfish will be safe. Her family would be first in line. They never had anything to do on Christmas Day. My sister-in-law. Are these owls being brought in especially for the aquarium, or is this an excuse for them not to rid the place of the wildlife that moved in while Union Station was vacant?
Yeah, that's what it is. Oh, and rats. Yeah, and rats are a thing.
Yeah.
And squirrels with spiders on their backs. It's a new species.
Better get some owls.
Ah, shit, we can't get rid of them?
Mm.
And owl!
Oh.
Ooh. So, yeah.
The way they move. Oh, my neck just cracked. I made it. Ow.
Homeless people! Ha!
It's
Because
just me.
it's us.
Calm down. I'll be
So
there.
there you have it, boys and girls. Christmas Day, Union Station, St. Louis Aquarium, in your face.
All right, what we have to do is we have to figure out who's running media on this. We need to get a sneak peek with you over there. That's what we need.
Oh, a sneak peek with I can get in the water.
No, you
My
don't.
little flipper
you don't
flips
go
in the water.
swimming.
Just get in the water like,
Well,
Tell Travis he's swimming with a dolphin. It's a shark.
I mean,
Oh, look. Oh, no, we gonna die.
all right, here's your trap view. That's not, now that you're saying like this, okay. I read that there's a diver that will be feeding 3 times a day, like within the Shark Tank even. So maybe you get to
Like
do
Mark
that
Cuban?
one day. Yeah. You get to join Mark Cuban for the feeding frenzy. What do you think? How would you handle that? Would you just like float to the bottom and just like, because you're paralyzed with fear, your body won't even move?
very likely. I
You
was just thinking about
You just sink
I'm
to
just
the
thinking
bottom.
about being in the water with fish around and then remembering, oh yeah, these are, as Gardner points out, apex predators.
Water bears.
So that would probably be a little bit too much for me.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I could do that. I don't know. Maybe.
No, you could.
I
We have a-
couldn't.
we have a
because they're
question.
so unpredictable. I mean, like they're predictable in that they're going to do
Well, it's
what an
wild.
animal is supposed to
It's
do.
wildlife.
But it's not. Yeah, we can sit up here and be in a
Right.
cage or surrounded by some of the best
It's
zoologists
not
in
like
the city.
it's Shamu who's trained,
Right.
who I have fed
Right.
before.
Yeah, that would be the shark on shark.
Mhm.
And that's, look, for a person who says often, "What the hell y'all doing in the shark's living room to begin with?" Who am I then to say we literally removed that shark from its habitat, put it in a tank, then you're gonna put me in said tank with shark,
Correct.
and then me be mad at the shark for
Yeah.
the shark being pissed off.
Yeah, maybe we just start with that zebra idea
Yeah,
first.
that's right.
Maybe we just
It's
go with
wild
that.
animals at the time.
Yeah, and so we'll start with the zebra and then move to the tank at some point.
The only thing I don't like about that photo, my neck.
You don't like the neck?
Look at the
Well,
neck.
it's not
There's
your
not much neck.
nor is it your.
Look,
Your
see,
chest
it's
or
not. I mean,
your-
it's my arms, it's my chest,
So your back?
definitely my thighs.
And his crack.
Travis
Looks like a guy who'd sing that while he's riding a zebra.
It's probably
got
Question for Travis. Travis, would you rather have the whale holograms or a slightly used Tupac hologram? It's from the Black Sheep.
I mean, but the Tupac hologram at a aquarium like that no one's gonna top that. There's not an
All these
aquarium in
fishes.
America. Exactly.
Right.
Like, and there's no aquarium in the world that has a Tupac hologram. And then imagine Tupac telling you about the different habitats in the ocean.
Is there an entertainer named Whale?
There's an
Wale.
entertainer named Wale.
I'm sure many a morning news person has said, and Whale joins us for his new album release.
Nope, I'm not. But yeah, you see what I'm saying though?
Uh-huh.
Like having Tupac as your tour guide, like that is a game changer.
It would be cool if you could choose your hologram tour guide. Like I could have Keith Morrison.
That would be dope.
Or actually, you know who it is? Sir David Attenborough. Imagine getting him as your tour guide on this.
Now that would be pretty cool. You can actually, if you want to pay for it, because I'd imagine the hologram technology is incredibly expensive. Do it for your VIP guest.
You know what? I'll email Dr.
Make it a VIP experience.
I'll email Dr. Lambertus Hesselink. And see how much something like this costs.
Okay.
He's at the forefront of holographic technology at Stanford. He and I have collaborated on some ideas before. So maybe I
Do
can.
people care about holograms though?
I do.
Like, I get the hologram whales. Now, that's cool because it's in the sky and it's floating above your head. That's cool. But in general, if we could have anybody in that chair right now through a hologram, would we really be that impressed by it?
It could be fun.
Would you like it as much? Would it be cool to, like, talk to a hologram right now? That's my only thing. I think
I feel
we
like I
kind of
talk to one every morning.
Aw, that's so sweet.
I don't know if it is.
I feel like we oversell hologram technology.
No, you don't. You don't.
Like, have you ever seen, when was the last time you saw a hologram and been like, oh, shit, that's dope?
Here's what I would tell you real quick.
That's what I thought.
I would look into the actual uses for it and what it does. How much information holograms can store in a small, compact space is relevant technologically. It's quite fascinating.
Okay.
A harness is light. Light.
But for the pure application of hologram
Now,
technology, who does that benefit?
we're talking about entertainment purposes.
Yeah,
here.
entertainment purpose, I even question more.
Yeah, I would as opposed to what it actually what
Right.
it can. I mean, it's kind of fascinating as to what it can do and what it can lead to
Right.
outside of entertainment.
Right. Agreed.
Now, within entertainment, okay, whatever.
Right. Right.
I enjoyed watching Anderson Cooper interview Will.i.am after the 2008 election.
So weird.
Wasn't it?
It was so weird.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
That would not be interesting. That'd be uncomfortable for everyone involved.
I know, but I like watching you in those situations.
That is uncomfortable. Watching Anderson Cooper, CNN, we really should not have gone
See, because
there.
normally, like if you were to use lasers, you would need glasses to see that image
Right.
in front of you. With a hologram,
Right.
it harnesses so much energy, you don't need it. You don't need glasses or anything. You would see it.
I'm just thinking like even some of the other uses, like I feel like cell phone technology will eventually get to that point. And that just seems
Hologram cell phones?
that's going to be more annoying than how we
Or-
already use cell phones. Like you see people already walking around with the speaker on, Imagine now you see the individual and they like project what
Pop out of the screen.
just pop out of the screen. How annoying is that going to be?
That's some interesting FaceTime.
Exactly. Ain't nobody got.
That's a hell of a FaceTime.
That's.
right?
But I think that we've already seen how we have poorly used some of the more advantageous elements of technology. I don't know if we want to give this society any more.
I don't see any
advances.
examples of that throughout history, Travis.
Watch 4 seasons of Black Mirror.
That's not history.
That counts as history.
To you,
It's the only way
because
this.
you educate yourself through television shows.
That's
true.
I think that's the best way to raise
And
a
not
child.
necessarily documentaries or historical shows. Just actual, maybe comedies, sitcoms,
You know
dramas.
you know where I would imagine most men even learn about the idea of consent? Not through documentaries, not through books, not through lectures, through freaking SVU Law and Order.
Is that a good thing?
I don't think it's a good thing, but my God, we need something to inform the masses. And so if I learn through animation, a couple TV shows, a few episodes
Which
of Family
Law and Order?
Matters, all of them, I feel like. I feel like every Law and Order episode, at least in the last 10 seasons, have been about, hello, this is where you would need consent.
Yeah. Is Olivia still on that show?
She is.
That's a nice run for
Carrying
her.
the brand, man. Carrying the brand.
That's a nice Mark Harmon-esque run. Like Mark Harmon in NCIS. That's
I'm
a
excited
nice
for
run
the
her.
Otters. To answer
The
the question.
Otters?
So there you go. Imagine a holographic phone in the hands of Anthony Weiner.
Oh,
I
I mean,
Yeah,
imagine
I'm going
the
Otters. I'm all in for the Otters.
Otters.
Can't go wrong with the Otters. The Otters are going to be, they're going to be big. Kids love the Otters. Humans love the Otters.
Oh, I like the Otters.
Oh,
What if they exclusively brought in the giant otters that have to eat like big fish and probably other things? They're kind of like big dogs. And there's feeding time would be a frenzy
What was
with those
that
things.
face again? You just.
Oh, boy.
Otter talk.
There's a guy that comes into my local watering hole that actually applied for a job down at the aquarium. He's done a lot of cooking stuff around town in the past, like
He's
restaurants.
like,
and
I
that.
can do a medium rare salmon like you
But that's,
wouldn't
I guess,
believe.
the thing is that they want food prepared a certain way for some of the animal.
Oh, as
for some
part
of
of
the
this
fish.
kitchen staff.
Yeah, so it would be kitchen staff for the animal, for the
Interesting.
fishes.
So it'd be more like, yeah, I gotcha. It's
So
not
they have to prepare it a certain, like, because some of them,
temperatures and stuff. Or
well,
what?
like some of them fish that are eating other fish,
Mm-hmm.
some of them have to be wounded or something like that. So it's not like,
Wait, still live?
yeah, a little bit apparently. So like they have to prepare, they want to feed them a certain way. This
They
is
have
wh-
people in charge.
this is
of,
what I'm told.
I'm executive maimer in
Yeah.
in the animal kitchen.
So this is what I've been told because like he had applied for this job and these are some of the things that they were discussing with him or whatever. So apparently, depending on the fish or whatever, they prefer feeding a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just, hey, here's some dead fish, throw it in with all of them. It could be a variety of ways that they're prepared. So they even have their own chef, possibly.
That's exciting. I like that. I think the animals deserve a man on salary,
Well, if you're going to put them in an enclosure, that's,
right? Least you can do.
yeah, it's the least you could do.
Right. Travis, could you be an animal maimer in a kitchen for the St. Louis Aquarium? Like, would you like if one of the, let's say you have to do it for the what other animal, for the sharks? Maybe the shark gave you kind of a nasty look on your way in with his dead eyes, you know, looking at you just
Dead eyes.
So the shark kind of looks at you bad. Do you maim his meal a little less? So he's like, yeah, you're gonna have to work for it today.
Man,
Like
I
you
don't-
play a little game, be like, oh
feel
yeah,
like-
looking a little heavy, Sharky.
No,
Yeah.
I don't want to get on
We're
the
gonna give
bad-
flounder an extra. We're only gonna slice them up twice.
No, I don't want to get on the bad side of apex predators.
Yeah, it's good.
They have strong,
You
amazing.
got a glass behind you. You've seen every horror movie. There's nothing you be the one who beats on the glass and
Yeah,
taunts it every
I
day.
don't
Nothing
know.
bad happens.
I respect nature.
What Jaws was it whenever they started cracking the glass of the,
Yeah, that was like
Well, they
Jaws.
should-
That was Jaws 3D.
was it 3 or
And they
4?
had hologram technology during then. They're in their aquarium, so maybe we can get them too.
Well, they had hologram technology at Jurassic Park.
Yeah, they did. And look how that turned out.
Well, there's a story then. You got a movie. Yeah, you got a movie. They should show Jaws on opening night.
They would be dope. I'm just looking forward to seeing what they done with the space.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm just very excited about.
You think they're gonna have a lids there for you?
Do you think they'll still chase black people out for wearing baggy shorts and jerseys?
There's just one lonely kiosk and it's a lids.
You're talking my language.
I know we are.
You're talking my
Now wait,
language.
so let's
Scarf
see.
store. They need a scarf store if the MLS stadium's going to be right nearby.
There's
So,
so much potential with
Let's
this.
break this down. You got Changing Rivers,
Oh wow.
Shark Canyon,
Oh.
The Deep.
Ooh.
Do they have squid?
I would assume so. I mean, that's
Squid?
That's a pretty easy. Now I'm sure they have some special ones, but you just go down to an international market and snag up a couple things that somebody was
Squid
going
are
to cook.
terrifying.
So smart.
The little mouth.
The beak.
Oh my God, that beak is. Ugh, have you seen that before, Travis?
Yeah.
Isn't that terrifying?
It is very.
What else you got, Chris?
There's the Confluence Gallery.
Confluence.
Traverse the global rivers.
They're gonna have Asian carp.
Oh, that'd be nice. I like.
They
that.
should have an
the
Asian
ocean
carp
shore.
exhibit where they just electrify the water and they all jump out.
Oh, that'd be dope. That is inhumane.
Kids would
but
love
dope.
that.
Yeah, it would be cool. All those dead animals.
Okay. In the Ocean Shore Gallery, you can meet animals that are sometimes misunderstood, kind of like you. Got a cow-nose ray,
Oh.
bonnet head shark, shovel-nose guitarfish.
Is
You
that
know-
what you're gonna do when you go?
No, but they're all going to be
Yeah.
named.
You
They're going to
got
on
it.
the tour. They're going to be though. If you see here to the left, we have Zeppelin, Clapton,
Uh-huh.
and Osborne. Check out Hendrix playing in the back.
Damn it, he's right. He's right. He's
Red
so
leg
right.
hermit crab. Oh, they've got the clownfish.
Damn it.
Oh.
Nemo. Now, hopefully, this next animal doesn't run into the blue lobster. Brother, they got blood shrimp.
Blood shrimp.
Blood shrimp and blue lobster. That could be.
That seems like a turf war.
That
And the
seems like-
lobster,
Surf and
the
turf.
lobster even naturally makes a C
Surf and turf war.
with his blue.
Yeah, sure.
Surf and turf war.
Surf
They
and
do have a
turf war.
chocolate chip starfish.
Damn it, Gardner. That is really good. I
know
want
it
that
is.
one. Shit.
We could share it.
Okay, cool.
Surf and turf war.
Surf and turf war.
Sports attire will continue to be prohibited other than those garments promoting the Miami Dolphins, San Jose Sharks, Florida Marlins, or Tampa Bay Rays. It's Yale Hollander.
That'd be smart. That'd be pretty funny. That would be pretty funny.
They run you off, but like they do it like if you're at a nice restaurant, they have like a jacket, like a fill-in jacket. Like you can borrow the house jacket. We have a jacket rule. They have the sea animal jersey rule. So they just hand you a Rays
Here's a video.
jersey.
Here's a video. We get you like Dolphins gear, and you're just going to the Shark Tank as like a Dolphins fan, and you're just taunting and heckling the
I
Sharks.
Like that. I like that. I like that. I like that.
You're just talking shit.
What's going on? What are you gonna do now, Shark Boy? Huh? You're in there. I'm outside here. What are you gonna do now, bitch?
Just taunting.
Sir, you cannot continue to come in here every Friday.
You're doing Dolphins chants.
I paid my $25.
You got shark bites you're eating in front of them.
As a fan, I paid my $25. I'm entitled to do it.
I'm
Fuck you, Shark.
gonna rush the tank if we win.
Yeah, give me some
not.
shark fin soup. That's why you're going and stink.
Uh-huh. You're like, you're just leaning up in the glass, eating it. In front
Oh,
of
I
them.
should.
So you taunt them as a sports fan, as a Dolphins
Like
fan.
I get
you
a
taunt the
stuffed
Sharks.
shark and I'm just like humping it like, yeah, you like that, don't you, Shark Boy?
So there's an idea.
So, Christmas Day. You can probably catch us there.
Yeah, I can see.
Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Christmas Day, boys and girls.
You can catch Travis. Shockingly getting arrested at Union Station.
Tom Brown says they're going to have the USS Indianapolis Memorial Shark Tank.
Yes.
Jackass. Terrible.
Roll back in its head.
Yikes.
How about
Show me the way to go home. I love when they sing in that scene.
That's a great scene.
do we want to hear the Changing Rivers? What we
What's-
have there?
Yeah.
River Cooters.
What's that river cooter?
We've all had one. Let's relax.
Yeah. Musty.
Is that like that you go home
have
with
you
at a
showered- have
bar
you
when you're
showered?
drunk?
Look,
What'd you do last night? Oh, I got me a
that's
river
what you used to
cooter.
pick up after a few drinks on the landing.
I got me a river
Got me a
cooter.
river cooter.
They need to keep these separate because you got the River Cooters. That's a turtle. Red-eared sliders, painted turtle. And then they have the North American otters. Depending on the size and the hunger, like those otters are going to be,
So
what's in
excited for
here?
the otters.
What's in this? What's in this little shell? What if you have a? They have the famous red-eared slider turtle that all the children are there to see, and the otter just hops in and.
Oh,
Now,
no more.
to answer Chris's concerns, because Chris said as soon as we get an aquarium, there's going to be protests
Yep.
outside for putting fish into confinement.
Yeah, there might be.
But I would love for them to show the process of gathering all of these creatures for transport to be then put on display at these. I'm curious as to how that process goes about. Like, how do you go get otters? Like, how do you go get these turtles? Like,
how
I'm
do you
sure
get a
there's an
shark?
exchange between zoos. They may have.
Do the sharks swim up the Mississippi?
See, that's a good question. How do you get the sharks here? I would imagine that's a traumatic process for the shark. When you have to put it down, or you have to put it in a fairly small space. We're not near a massive ocean, so how do we get the sharks here? How do the sharks? Are we getting anything from the zoo? Are the zoo putting some animals on loan? Like, I'm just curious as to how do we get these very beautiful exotic animals into this aquarium. I would love to see how that process.
a very
unfolds.
good question.
That's how the media should really go after
That's
these
a
stories.
very good story to follow.
There you go. I just did
It's
your
kinda
job,
like
journalist.
You know when they like move a space shuttle or something like
Right.
that, and they show you that
That
video of
process
it.
takes like half a day.
Yeah, because it'll be in a busy area in like California, I think is the last
Right.
one I saw. But they have to shut down roads
Right.
and take it slow. So it's like, well, how do you do this with?
Yeah, that's how they bring it back when it enters. When it comes back into, they travel across the highway with it. That's true.
Yeah, so like, and they could be moving it to somewhere for display or
Right.
whatever it might be. But you see them moving these quote unquote oversized loads, and maybe it's not that, but however you're moving it, it's unique, obviously,
Right.
and that is it. That is an interesting question. I like that one.
Okay.
Send that to Chris Davis.
I
Tell
think
Chris
I will
Davis.
send it to Chris Davis because I have had this question has come up recently when the zoo opened up their polar bear exhibit, and then also with the seals, the sea lion exhibit.
Yeah.
And so, because I think along the way they lost a couple sea lions. Like, some sea lions didn't make it through the transport because it is traumatized. You talk about they don't sound like that.
You respond.
Do you feel good about yourself?
Oh.
You're an idiot.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to the
Throw a rubber
aquarium.
ball at him right
Yeah.
now. On your nose.
I hope it becomes like a second zoo, like as far as how it's socially treated. I hope there's a line of a bunch of people who don't know how to effing drive every Saturday morning.
God,
The
don't
weather's
wish that on
decent.
us. Don't wish it on the city.
I do though. I want a bunch of people down here hanging out.
We'll see how it goes. Holidays a good start though. Holidays a smart opening time.
Get ready
Tons
for
of families.
barrage of Facebook posts about how people will never be going to the city again because
Oh, yeah.
their
Where's
car got-
parking?
their
Oh.
car got broken into.
Yeah, that's probably gonna. I don't know if they're gonna still be inside the structure that is Union Station.
No, but I'm saying like statistically, there's going to be a few break-ins.
Well, yeah,
Just
And
take
then that'll
there's
just-
a Metrolink
never
stop
be
right
there
there.
again.
yeah.
Take the
Well,
Metrolink.
Yeah.
Stop in Shrewsbury.
Actually, that would be the best bet.
There's a
Probably
stop
to-
right there.
Yeah, that is a good point.
So what about parking? Or
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
anything?
for all the folks that live out in West County, they can absolutely take the Metrolink to the Union Station.
Let me know what the playlist is for whoever's playing their music on their phone without headphones.
You know what? Never mind.
It's a
Drive white people.
50% shot now when
No,
that happens,
yeah.
really.
Yeah.
It's a little frustrating. The bus is different. I don't do that as much on the bus. Every once in a while, but
Because
not
the
as
bus
often.
driver is right there, and
Yeah.
the bus driver kind of runs a tight ship. Whereas the MetroLink, you can be a few car back, and
That's
like
true.
they have a tendency to hear sometimes, but
It's like, what are
generally,
you gonna do?
and then like because you know how people are. You're literally face to face with the bus driver, and so the bus driver can see you. And the bus driver, look, St. Louis public transportation, the people who drive the trains and the buses, let's be very clear, they don't fuck around. Like they will stop that bus and they will kick you off, or they will have a cop come on to take you off. Like they don't play, and everybody has somewhere to be, especially in the morning. So you're not also going to be the guy that fucks with the bus driver, because the people on the bus will then kick you off. So it's
Damn.
kind of it's better policed on the bus, because people who have to take that in the morning aren't in the mood to be fucked around, and I think even the idiot teenagers realize that. But also the bus driver, at least I have seen on several occasions, just simply go, "Motherfucker, I ain't moving until you turn that shit down. If you don't want to turn it down, then you can talk to these people on this bus, or you can talk to the police."
Yeah.
So salute to them.
We have this, and we have this on the We Are Live account. Our friend Abby Larico from KSDK
Yeah.
tweeted out. Looks like she's in the spirit, and she's got one of the. These are great, by the way. Maybe you'd get these at the zoo, or maybe I'd get them in Florida on vacation. The grabbers, the shark head grabbers.
Yeah.
She asked what we should name him, or what people would think should name. It's like a hammerhead with a thing. I suggested Market Street, if it likes to chew up tires.
Market Street.
Name the shark Market Street. Chews up tires. Do you guys have any
What's
suggestions for Abby's shark name?
Not quite yet. I saw Anthony Slaughter had responded to her with a Jacques. Jacques the shark.
Jacques the shark. I
What
kind
if
of
you
like
just
that.
name it Baby?
Baby shark. I like that. Send that in. Baby it is.
Hey,
What up, baby?
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby. Yeah, I like that. Send that one in, Chris.
Oh,
Do
okay.
it now.
All right. Done.
Can I? Oh, go ahead.
There's something else St. Louis-wise I wanted to get
Oh,
to.
okay. Yeah, please do.
We have the aquarium opening, that announcement that it's opening on Christmas Day.
Okay.
But then in February, we
Yeah.
also have a local sports ball team start to play. That's right. Caw-caw! Flap them wings.
The Battlehawks of St. Louis and the future champions of the XFL Bowl.
Yo,
I don't know.
that could be it.
Could be.
I'm
I think
not
it-
telling you
I
you're
think it's a
wrong.
bowl.
I don't know. But they had their uniform reveal last night.
Did they now?
All the teams did. You want to see what the Battlehawks look
Let's
like?
see what the Battlehawks look like. The St. Louis Battlehawks are deep blue, black, and gray.
Yeah.
Your Orlando Magic colors.
You like that?
It's not bad.
It's not bad. I think the pants could be a little more. Actually, well, yeah, think about it. I do have one thought on something I like a lot here. I like these
I like
whites.
the whites.
Yeah, the whites
Now, the
look good.
whites. Now, the whites, I will say right now, if that's the look, that's going to be big in the streets. The hood,
I don't think so.
the hood is going to rally behind the
Here's what I
Battlehawk
think.
jersey.
I think
The
you wear that.
hood-
I think you wear that to Easter. Your uncle's gonna go. You a Kentucky fan?
Nah, I think if you got like whoever, man, gosh, I gotta look at who is
I
on
like
the
how no one
Battlehawks roster.
batted an eye at us. It's someone wearing that to Easter. By the way,
No, 'cause we know where we come from. We know who we are.
that's true.
There you
So
go.
there we go. Those aren't bad looking.
No,
They aren't bad looking.
they're not bad at all.
Like I said, I think the streets may go out and get a. I think the streets will have that. I like the new football too. I like the helmet.
Now this is it with the helmet.
I like the helmet.
I like the helmet a lot, and not only just because I think I like the size of the wings and everything on
Yeah,
it,
I do as well.
but where the stripe is,
Mm-hmm.
like that's the sword.
That's
from
the
the
sword,
logo.
yeah.
So I think they've done a really nice job with the helmet in particular, using the entire logo on it. There's a straight-on look at it,
I like it.
but I
Yeah,
like
that's
the helmet
cool.
a lot.
I think that you're gonna see a lot of folks on North City
When you
with a
when
Kurt
you-
Warner Battlehawks jersey.
You know what? Did I ever tell you about the first
You should
time?
just put former Rams greats on the back of the Battlehawks jersey.
do
That'd
we
be really
keep-
dope.
Do we keep the Ring of Honor? Like
Yeah, that stays in
This is
place.
St. Louis
That's ours. That's
football
ours
legend.
What
specifically.
if we start honoring Rams players at Battle?
Yeah, yes. That
what
would
we
be a
could do.
great halftime ceremony.
Yeah. Start honoring Rams players.
They definitely should honor Coach Hannafin.
We could do that.
They should honor St. Louis football greats. Like not just Rams greats, but we're talking about St. Louis football greats. You can give love to Demetrius Johnson. You give love to a lot of locals, Aeneas Williams. You can give a lot of love to like some great St. Louis talents that some even still reside here in the area.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah.
That makes sense. You're going to want to do
Here's
something locally.
an opportunity, like maybe to salute a guy like Brad Smith. Just an excuse
Yeah,
to just bring
just
local football talent that St. Louisans are familiar with to halftime, so you can have an excuse to go down to the stadium.
Yeah.
I like
you
that.
do something.
Mark Bulger, you telling me Mark Bulger with the coin flip? You ain't coming for that?
He's still got that house for sale, I bet.
Big
about
ass
that a
house.
lot, didn't we?
Big,
You know,
I'm
since
stuck living in Marlboro forever.
since the Billikens as of right now aren't having Red Panda at halftime, I wonder if we could get Red Panda to perform at halftime of a Battlehawks game.
Wait, Red Panda's not performing at Billikens halftime right now.
No, not scheduled as of this
That's
moment.
scary. Maybe we can get her
So
on
it's
the
a
show.
little disappointing.
But you're saying try to get her there for the XFL.
Maybe we get her for the XFL. I mean, I don't know if football fans have ever seen a halftime act like this. Maybe dogs chasing the frisbee thing.
What about the
that's
monkey
always-
riding the dog?
Those are always impressive. Those are impressive too.
Have they decided if
There's
they're
an arrow shooting girl too. She shoots
Oh, I've
arrows
seen
with
that.
her
I've seen that
feet.
could work.
So that's a good one too. But Red Panda is still, I mean, the
I mean-
elite of the elite.
Is it just going to turn into like Doctors of Vegas every halftime to make it a true St. Louis thing?
You're gonna I'm sure you can rotate some
Man,
groups
remember
there.
that band?
There's Joe Dirt.
Oh yeah. Who else are we talking about?
You know,
Who am I talking about? Yeah, Funky Butt gets all the
Funky
gigs.
Butt, yeah. You know, I took a listen to that band you mentioned to me before, the Young Kids from
Oh God.
Bleach.
I'm standing there with Ian Edwards. Ian Edwards has put him on his Instagram. It's like Ian Edwards' kid Bill Burr just produced his podcast. I'm like laughing. I'm like, these 16-year-olds have no idea who their audience is right now. They were incredible.
Yeah, I listened to some of their music. They're good.
No, that's what we did. We did that 10 times watching it. We're like, are we what? This
Yeah.
is good, right?
Really?
So I get them. I get that group. Because after you had mentioned that to me, I think a week later, I like spent about a half hour going through some of their catalog. And I was like, oh, you can tell that they got some possibilities here. So there's that group. I don't know what else we could do for halftime.
I like the suggestions, though.
Mhm.
Like I said, we've said this before. It's a novelty at the moment, and the league is going to have to show that it can be more than just that once play begins. But I think for a city like St. Louis, it's very advantageous. I think I think they'll do better than the other cities because those other cities have NFL teams. So I think this is a unique opportunity. I don't know how much room each individual city is going to be able to have with how they go after their fan base, considering that the league obviously owns every team. But this certainly is a great opportunity to have something to do between February and March. This is good.
Good stuff.
This is good stuff to like. No, it's considering where Mizzou basketball is, considering where the
so-
Blues will probably obviously be
Where
in
what is?
contentions.
Where what is?
Where Mizzou basketball is.
Oh.
As they
Yes.
fall to the second biggest upset.
We'll discuss that with Angela Smith in the next hour.
But considering where everything
How
is,
small the score is on this one.
yeah, very, very like how small the audience is.
Charlotte Southern. That's unfortunate. Maybe Kansas should schedule them instead.
Boy. But February, March, we'll be getting revved up for probably Blues playoffs. But outside of that, sports-wise, we'll have the start of spring training, the end of the NFL season, nothing going on with college, and clearly nothing going on with college basketball. So I think there's a great opportunity for that to be a lot of fun for a couple months beginning in 2020.
Beautiful. Been a fun first hour. We want to thank Tech Electronics for the love and the studio here, the Midcoast Studio. Check them out online, techelectronics.com. And if you know anyone looking for a tech-related job, they're hiring. Great company right here in St. Louis, Missouri. Chris Demon, Travis Terrell, Chris Gardner, back on the other side with Angela Smith, who's at Happiest Hour this Thursday. And she's going to fill in for Dr. Ed on Dogs on Film, presented by Hillside Animal Hospital. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. Our friend Angela Smith joining in studio. She's on Happiest Hour tomorrow night right here at the Dot Zach building. Sophie's the second floor. We'll have Hawaiian food from Buzz's. Lots of good times. Akeem Woods is in from Los Angeles to headline this. Angela Smith, welcome back. How are you?
Welcome to me. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
It's
you.
exciting.
Welcome indeed.
Angela, the veterinarian that usually is on during this time slot, slipped off to Hawaii.
Oh, no.
So Dr. Ed from Hillside Animal Hospital out. You're in.
Okay, I can answer all of your pet health related
Oh,
questions.
nice.
Get
This
up on
works
that mic
perfectly.
so people hear you.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you
can
gotta make sure.
answer. Sorry, I'm 3'4". I can't reach. Do you have a booster seat?
Yes.
partner?
Yes.
You fine? Yeah, no, just call in. If your dog is having any sort of problems at all, just put him to sleep. There, Humane,
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Humane Society has
Oh,
so many
no.
new dogs
Oh,
waiting.
no, not new
For
dogs.
the, so just trade him in. You got a cat. How old's your cat? 6? That thing's gonna live 20 more years. Go ahead, put that cat down.
Oh,
What's
no.
the longest you've ever had a cat? Or how old was the oldest
Well,
cat you had, I should say?
Rocky the cat is my cat that I have now.
What's his name?
Rocky?
Okay.
Because he was a fighter.
Okay.
Now he's just
Bum,
an old.
bum, bum, bum,
Yeah.
bum, bum, bum.
Bum,
Okay.
bum, bum.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 14 and a half.
Aw.
And you can probably tell this about me, but I used to foster a lot of animals.
What? I
Yeah,
could- would've
the
never
smell
Used to.
never
known.
comes out.
Okay, got it.
But I had a cat that was pregnant. Like, I was through a foster organization, and she
Right.
had her kittens in my house. So I am actually like a doula for cats.
Oh, no.
I
Spell
held her
that,
little
Travis.
paw.
Oh, no.
You know, we did a lot of deep breathing techniques, and she had these kittens, and all of them got adopted except this dumb little runt cat, and that's Rocky. And so I've had him for his entire life.
Aw.
Wow. So, wow, you've had that cat since you were 7.
Yeah, so don't put my cat to sleep, but like you
Okay.
may just consider just rotating out your pets. I say every 8 to 10 months.
8 to 10 months.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No.
This is
I'm
based
doing it
on
all
your
wrong.
experience, like just your medical experience,
Yeah,
your years
just
of training.
like I'm not a doctor, but I
Oh.
am a doctor.
Okay,
You know what I
that
mean?
sounds
Makes
about
sense,
right.
yeah.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Am I
It
supposed
looks-
to be looking at this?
Yeah,
thing?
the Chiron says comedian though.
Oh, that's
Oh,
weird.
that's Dr. Comedian.
Dr.
the
Comedian.
doctor.
Okay.
And I would appreciate if you use my formal title for the rest of this day.
She didn't go to all that school for nothing, Travis.
Yeah.
Again, you can catch Angela tomorrow night, Happiest Hour. That's brought to you in part by Jack Daniels. Our friends at Schlafly will have specials. Buzz's Hawaiian Grill food is available. Be sure to come by. Yale Hollander has bamboozled St. Louis Magazine into coming out and covering the event. So we want to pack it. It's free to get in. JC Sabala also on it. And our very funny friend Akeem Woods, who's going to be at Helium all weekend, is going to stop in and do some time as well. So we're looking forward to that at Sophie's, as we do every single Thursday. Angela, real quick before we jump into everything, I know you've got Hallmark Christmas, maybe recommendations for us. You've got, you're going to fill in on Dogs on Film. Super important thing that you're working on right now. You are helping out a family in need, and I wanted
am.
to get that out of the way up top because I bet they're not even streaming and watching you on live.
I hope not, because this is like a profile view.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I hope all of my ex-boyfriends and their new girlfriends are tuning in right now.
Do you want to trade seats? Do you want this seat?
No, maybe
We'll
in a
talk about
while
it.
when my
All right.
vanity fully sinks
Got it.
in.
Got
They're probably like, did Angela get fatter since we broke up? Yeah, I have. Okay, let's shortcut it. You're doing better than me. Okay. But speaking of people that are doing better things, that was a horrible segue.
I agree.
Almost got it.
Yeah.
God.
That was like Travis level
It
trip.
was
on
like
that
I
one.
almost slammed my United way. But speaking of people that aren't doing so hot, I'm helping this family out.
You know what? I'll help you here.
Yeah.
It is the season of giving.
Oh, here. Are you going to
Angela,
camera? Trav cam?
How can we give back?
Wow, I'm so glad you asked that very not staged question, Trav. We are live listeners. This is Angela Smith coming to you live. I am appealing to you today. Every year I adopt one of the 100 neediest cases through the United Way. And this year I adopted a mom and her 3 kids. She's single. She's disabled. They were asking for things like, hey, we would just like money to keep our utilities turned on.
Right.
Like, it's hard for, like, we all had those points in our lives where we were dirt poor and
Yeah.
like, we were eating ramen every night.
Yeah.
It's different. Like, this is just like, now that we're out of that,
Right.
we have to remember people that are still struggling. And
right.
so I'm collecting donations for their wish list so that the kids all have something to open on Christmas.
That's awesome.
And I'm also taking money through the United Way. It's a secure donation platform. The link is all over my Twitter, Angela Marie 85. If
That's
you want to
awesome.
give like $5 help, it all adds up. Like, At the $100 donation, I am writing individual Hallmark movie summaries for people because
Oh.
I am obsessed. We'll talk about this, but I am obsessed with Hallmark's Countdown to Christmas.
It is very good.
Yeah, and so I did this last year. It was super successful. We raised like $2,000 for this family in need last year. We're almost there. I think we're at like $1,700 or $1,750, trying to raise $2,000 again. So you can definitely find all that information on my Twitter, or if you're stalking me on Facebook, I'd be happy to give you my home address so that you can no, I'm just kidding, so that you can ship items from Amazon. Just
Where
kidding,
do you?
it's my mom's address.
Where do you experience the most stalker type online behavior?
Probably Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a tie between Facebook and everything else. I don't get
Is
it.
it weird facing Travis in studio after all the harassing?
The way that he's
messages?
looking at me right now, it is very uncomfortable. Yeah.
It's my profile.
Yeah. No, I get these fun messages on Facebook sometimes that go to my request folder, and they're not even really, like, sometimes they'll be after I do a show, and it's somebody who's like, wow, my wife isn't funny and you are, so, like, let's start over.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And trust me, it's never, like, the cream of the crop that's messaging me. Like, I know some comics, and they're getting, like, dates off of this. Like, ask our pal Tim. Well, okay, first of
Okay.
all, Tim Convey never took a date from his DMs or whatever, but there's a comic in the scene who's he's objectively handsome, and he gets these high quality, high caliber 10s messaging him.
Yeah.
Right? I get Leon,
Mm.
and Leon is just his wife doesn't get him anymore, and his belly button shows in every photo
Aw.
because his pants don't fit, and I
Right.
get it.
Does he have a good relationship with his kids, like a healthy one?
I don't think he sees them.
Okay.
You know, so
Wouldn't-
it's hard to
wouldn't have
fight
guessed.
if you don't
He's
see
got
each
time for
other.
you.
Yeah, it's got a lot of time for me. But anyway, the last one that I got was this guy, and it wasn't even comedy related. It was a couple days ago, and he tried to slide in. He's like, "Oh, sorry, I think I have the wrong Angela Smith." I was like, "Cool, it is a common name."
Can you
and-
send that dick pic back?
that was different.
Oh.
That was a different one. No, and so I didn't respond to it because I'm like, I don't know who this idiot is. And then he must have looked at my profile and he's like, sorry, I didn't realize you were in a relationship. He sends this 2 days later. And then 2 days after that, he sends another message and it's still going to my other folder. So I like go look at it. It's like, I just think you're really pretty.
Oh, no.
I
Oh,
don't-
no.
awesome.
What great romance ever started that way? Like,
I was gonna say.
or I was like, oh, sorry, I've got the wrong Angela. It's like, yep, the wrong Angela is definitely the title of my Lifetime movie. You know,
I think I like that a
you
lot.
definitely got the wrong Angela because I will humiliate you on radio.
We've got plenty going on. I do need to tell you all about Gateway Powder Coating. Check out gatewaypowdercoat.com. Maybe Angela will get one of her ornaments powder coated out there, and she'll meet someone that could make her Christmas story come true. Never mind the boyfriend, but
Well,
let's focus.
That's the Christmas
for-
story.
for the
Forget
story.
the boyfriend.
Get it,
I'm
get it,
gonna
yes.
find love at Gateway Powder Coating.
That's right,
Mm.
Travis.
Fast, durable, affordable.
Thank you. GatewayPowderCoat.com for more information. Big thanks to them for standing behind us for a couple years now. Shout out to Mark and the guys out at Gateway Powder Coating. Travis, I know you're excited with it being the holiday season. Our friend Yale, who's on the show with Angela tomorrow, has expressed his excitement over the Jewish part of the holiday season for Hallmark Channel.
Wait, what
coming
is the
up.
Jewish part of the holiday
You
season?
tell me. He says he's hanging out at the aquarium on Christmas Day, so that's part of it.
I think he was going to do that anyway.
Yeah, that's fair. Hallmark Channel holds a special place in Angela's heart, Travis. It's
I
important.
can understand why. Now, I have younger siblings who are also very
Really?
obsessed with this time of year when
How
it
much
comes
younger?
to the Hallmark. They're in their early 20s. And so they...
It feels
and-
like a dig.
No, not at all. They don't have much of taste when it comes to quality
Oh.
entertainment.
Also, feels
however-
like a dig.
Right? Yeah. Uh-huh.
But I have a couple questions out the gate. I was seeing some previews recently, and there's something I'm curious. There's the Christmas Princess
Yes.
and Christmas with the Princess?
There's Christmas Princess, Christmas with the Prince.
With the Prince, okay.
There's a Royal Christmas.
Yes.
There is a very merry Royal Christmas
Yes.
with the Prince.
Mm-hmm.
And the sequel, A Very Merry Royal Christmas with the Prince and Princess.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now, one of those movies has like a Meghan Markle tinge to it. There's one where the prince, white,
Always.
And the lady who he runs into at a retail store looks like he's inside of a Target. Not sure why the prince is inside of a Target, but he runs into
Everybody
this lovely.
poops, right?
It's also
All right,
true.
you gotta get toilet paper.
And she doesn't realize he's the prince, but she is falling madly in love with him. However, according to his mom, she's just a commoner.
She ain't good enough.
Now, commoner was
there.
the term that Hallmark used.
How is
But I
that?
think we know what the queen was truly saying.
Does it? Is this?
Oh,
plot?
she was mixed.
Mm.
Oh,
Is this
yeah.
plot strictly okay? Well, if that's the thing, I was gonna say I saw that movie Crazy Rich Asians, and that's all that was, just the struggle between mother and son, and the girl not being good enough.
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
They don't put Asian people on Hallmark yet.
Not yet. No, hold your phone.
Thank you for the update.
Hold your phone.
They don't.
They don't.
There's a couple movies with black people.
There is one. I saw one with Vivica A. Fox.
Yes, she produces some of them.
Yes, I
so-
saw that. I was like, okay, that's a
Shamar
turn.
Moore, he's delightful.
Yeah.
Is he involved in
I don't
any of
believe
them?
Shamar Moore is in any of these.
Can we just have one called The Good Ones? Hallmark Channel. I think that's an easy intro in, Travis.
And I feel like is Eric Roberts in a lot of these, or am I crazy?
I mean, I don't know their names.
No.
That's an interesting transition.
Like I can tell you, like I can't tell you what kind, like who's in the porn I watch, right?
Well, okay.
But it's like, oh, it's that guy again. All right,
Is that guy?
let's get.
Oh,
I'm
no.
gonna cut straight to the middle.
Oh.
'Cause Eric Roberts movies used to be like late night HBO, late night Showtime.
Like Taxi Cab Confessions late night,
Yeah.
like rated M for nudity. or
Yeah,
whatever?
yeah. Those were Eric Roberts movies.
Did you guys ever do that? Like your
Warm
parents had
your
cable,
10-year-old heart.
and you would stay up and you'd wait till they all went to bed, and then you would like sneak out and watch HBO because you might see a boobie or something, or
Oh,
like
yeah, I
like
remember
the Red
those.
Shoe
See,
Diaries. You guys.
You're not
I
even getting into the
remember-
part where you'd find the scrambled station.
Oh, no, that's
too, where you're
Channel
like,
98.
Oh, hey, whoa.
That was the Playboy Channel, Channel 98.
That was real.
I remember my friends and I watching. My parents had gone. My mom was out of town. My dad had went to the boat to play blackjack.
Good for him.
Did he come back?
He came back,
Oh, good for you.
and me and two friends were watching something on Cinemax, and we heard the door open. My dad came home like a half hour earlier, and we're scrambling. We couldn't find the remote, and nobody could think of just go change the channel on the
Yeah.
box. It was we got to have the remote to change the channel. And then my dad's coming up the stairs, and then it's just we're all frozen, and my dad's looking at the television. He goes, "Is this Night Eyes 2 or 3?"
Oh, no.
And we're like,
Jesus Christ.
I believe it's 2, Dad. Yeah, that happens.
Now this
Shannon Tweed.
upcoming Saturday, A Christmas Love Story starring Kristen Chenoweth, and look who is back. Oh, Scott Wolf.
Yeah.
Scott Wolf.
That
Oh.
Fred's son?
No, Scott Wolf. Look at that. Scott Wolf, Kristen Chenoweth. Thoughts?
I'm not into it. I'm not
Ah.
into it. It's like that. At that point, it's celebrity porn. You know what I mean? And I'm
Okay,
like, I don't need to
okay.
watch the sex tape. Okay, I want to see real people
Makes sense.
falling in love haphazardly
Mhm.
when they realize that they just needed the true spirit of Christmas all along, and the only way to do
Aw.
it is to leave their job at the ad agency, take over at their mom's bakery while she recovers from foot surgery.
Thank you.
Okay, fall in love with their high school sweetheart that doesn't make as much money as Ted back in New York, but he does look like a lumberjack.
What a unique story.
Aw.
It is a unique story.
I was just about to ask, what makes a good Hallmark Christmas film? And
Yeah,
I think there's my answer.
Yeah,
I
it's
think so. And
feeling
I
that
always love it.
magic.
Is the lumberjack played by like somebody with like I don't know 8+ modeling shoots under their belt too? Like,
It-
do they do that?
Let's call it like 6.
Okay.
But they're all Canadian. Like they film all these things in
Okay.
Canada.
Yeah, they do.
Like
So-
Vancouver.
All right.
Like Vancouver.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
guess they want real snow. I don't know why they do it.
Now you
No, why they don't
are.
just come to my house.
I think that's the plan.
That is the
I think that's what
plan.
we need
Yeah.
to look into.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's make a call.
Let's change the formula a little bit here.
Why would we ever do that?
Well,
Thank you.
This is Hallmark. We don't
Well, I'm
change
curious.
formulas
I
here.
kn- but at some point, doesn't it get a little? Well, I guess Marvel's able to just go and over and over. But wouldn't it
that's
get a
not
little dry
cinema.
at some
That's not
point? And maybe,
cinema.
hey, we have to switch it up.
Well, I think we can go a step
Because
further.
I will say this though, and I don't know what my mother has done to my father,
Oh Jesus.
but my dad can recite scenes from these Hallmark movies.
Oh well, that's
now.
troubling.
Well,
And
'cause
this,
if you've seen one, you've seen all of them. Like
Gotta-
when I was trying to think, I'm like, oh, what movies do I want to talk about? I'm like, I can't tell you what any of them are called. I have no idea
and
because they show them on one continuous loop. Like one, as soon as one ends, it
It
goes tiny
literally,
in the
like,
corner,
it- right,
and the next
mhm.
one starts.
Yeah.
No idea what I'm watching. I'm like,
And
oh,
I-
it's the one with the shoes. It's the one with the whatever. Like,
I had not realized that they show these in the summer as well.
What?
Because I went over to my parents' house and I walk up and there's my dad watching Hallmark Channel, and it's like a Friday in July, and I'm like, what are you watching? It's a
Christmas in
Why is
July.
And because my dad's like, oh, they air the Christmas movies every Friday, and I'm like, what is going on? What
Could've
has
talked to your
happened to
dad, man.
you? He wouldn't talk to me when that meteor came over O'Fallon because like he was watching The Voice or something. This is not who raised me. And I
Sorry
don't
to
know
hear that.
what's happened, but like he can explain the plots to each one, and he does know the names, and he can.
How old is
differ-
he?
He is in his 60s.
Is he happy?
I think so.
Oh,
He just handcrafted a John Deere tractor out of wood.
I did see that. That
Yeah.
was impressive.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
good at stuff.
So he's
like
kind of
that.
the lumberjack in this
My
scenario.
dad's the lumberjack.
Listener question involving a lumberjack.
Oh,
This
sure.
is from Black Sheep. Does she find out the lumberjack is really good with old people and happens to be selfless?
Yes.
Whoa. I think Angela just had a moment.
You see that pause?
I haven't.
The
Wow.
pause, then smile.
Yeah.
And now the giggle.
Not
look
only.
up,
No,
look,
I just
look
feel-
up female happiness in the dictionary, and that photo comes to light.
Ooh.
don't-
I just got the
no
shivers.
pun.
No,
your
not
breath
only
away.
is he good with old people, he is good with children,
Oh man, autistic children.
especially.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which I think Hallmark's getting there. I think like there are there will be autistic people on Lifetime before there are Asian people or on
Okay.
Hallmark.
There's-
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
basically.
I-
Um,
and you know what?
they're the
Thank,
same
thank
channel.
God.
And the
And
A-
thank God for that. Yeah.
Now I'm curious. You are a very notable feminist.
No, that is
You
incorrect.
are, and we do
Where are you going with this,
reside
Jeff?
in the era of Me Too, and I'm curious to get your opinion on this. I'm looking at some of these titles.
Oh, yeah.
We got A Christmas Love. We have A Boyfriend for Christmas.
Yeah.
A Bride for Christmas.
Yep.
A Brush with Love.
Brush with Love. Don't tell HR at Christmas.
A
yeah,
December Bride.
What?
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't tell HR. at Christmas.
A Winter Princess.
No one
Do
will
you
believe
think
you at
Hallmark's
Christmas?
doing a good enough job empowering our young women during
they're-
the holidays?
Look, of course they are. Because what do? They set all of these women up
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning as ad executives on a track
Yes.
for a promotion. But guess what? By the end, they've decided to be stay-at-home moms. Which is pretty close to what I'm trying to make happen for myself. And I feel plenty empowered.
That satisfy you, pal?
Any other questions about Hallmark feminism?
I think that pretty
That's
much
a new
answers
term.
it.
That's a new voting block we're going to hear about in 2020.
Okay.
The Hallmark feminists.
Like limousine liberal.
Liberal,
It's now
yes, that's-
Hallmark feminist.
Bernie is doing well with the Hallmark feminists.
If Hallmark's not feminist, why are they all single moms?
Thank you.
Yeah,
Wait.
thank you. Right now,
Speak
what?
to that power. Speak to that truth, Travis.
At what point do we know it's real? Is it whenever you accidentally click on like a super hardcore like MAGA Twitter account from like a blonde woman in rural Texas or whatever it is, and it says it's like the cross out sign. It says "Not your Hallmark feminist." Is that
Yeah.
where we know you've hit it? Like that you've made a movement happen?
Now, here's what I kind of
Like,
want
is
to
that
do
the
now.
social moment? I
That-
think it is.
I
yeah.
feel like the thing that would be like if you're in a very cool relationship, you should try to do a photo shoot of some of the movie covers for the Hallmark films
Oh.
That's a
because
good
they are pretty funny, but they're so delightful and pleasant and
I get the
weird.
feeling there'd be a lot going on with them.
They're this look. I think what Hallmark is doing is fucking genius.
Know your
this
brand,
is
baby.
hilarious.
Know your
it's like
brand.
endless. It's like 70 more movies.
Okay.
This thing goes on. I have been scrolling for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Let me see it.
Look this.
yeah.
This just keeps going.
They're just stock
Look
photos.
at this.
Yeah, they're
These are
just
more
Chris- just
movie
putting
after
Christmas
movie
stock
after
photos.
movie. This is insane. These are all new.
Yeah, they make 30 new movies a year.
That's
What's a staple like
why.
within the plot? Like, is
because
there-
I watch them. And then I go out and I buy shit. I buy stuff from their sponsors.
It's smart. Damn it.
you do buy stuff for the.
Let's talk about the worst offender of this, and this would be my dad.
Oh,
okay?
no.
So my dad loved the Hallmark Channel, like wouldn't admit it though. Like it was always like, because my stepmom was watching it, he's like, I don't know. And then all of a sudden at Christmas, anything that was advertised between the Hallmark movies, I had. So
makes
one of the
sense.
like what Merci chocolate. That's
Yes.
one where it's like say merci.
Say
Who
merci.
has ever heard of Merci chocolate
no
in their
one.
life? Right? Everyone got one. That
Yeah.
Like we all got the gift pack.
And what's beautiful is what they do, and I've noticed this with the movies,
not a
is
bad
that
idea.
it's a nice blend. Like, so a cut scene, so when you end a scene, like it goes right into the commercial, and it feels like it's part of the movie.
Yeah.
So I can see how people are just like, well, shit, he was just in love, and now they buying chocolate. I want that chocolate.
Yeah.
It is really brilliant.
They do product placement. They haven't done it as much this year, but it used to be if you saw somebody having a cup of coffee in a Hallmark movie, it came out of that big red
just-
Folgers thing.
But
like,
can we
Ah,
talk?
so
Can we talk
genius.
about it? Like that's so just like capitalistically driven. I just can't stand it, and I'm a little tired. So I'm gonna have some Snappy Bigman coffee. Right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Oh wow! Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
they did
Snappy
that.
Bigman coffee. I hear that's the best.
I found love in this cup.
There's your Hallmark
Ah,
movie.
nice.
Now, the one I'm looking forward to, I'm not going to lie,
That's a good idea though, because my parents both watch that. Maybe that's how I'll shop for that.
that's probably the best way to go about
That's
it. Like,
not a bad-
look at what they're watching and be like,
Because
oh,
then
that's what
they'll
they
be
want.
like, oh, Chris knew what we were watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris,
They
like-
don't
Yeah.
even. They're watching the Hallmark Channel so much they don't even know that they want the things that are
No,
being
exactly.
advertised, but they want
So
the
I
things
need to
that are
see
being
what's
advertised.
I might have to get a list. For
It's
me.
Merci
Okay.
chocolate, Life Alert button,
Pass on that
because
for now.
that's the demo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember what else is on there.
Okay.
They have a little bit of something for everybody too, as well. If you guys are big fans of Dolly Parton, there's Christmas at Dollywood.
I'm so pumped for that one. I am
What
so
is
pumped
it?
for
I'm
that
not gonna
one.
lie, this does.
Is
look
it a
What if-
special?
It's Christmas at
It's-
Dollywood.
Is like Dolly
Christmas-
Parton
Do
playing?
they
No, it's
reel
a-
it? Do they reel in the unsuspecting dads by like hitting it with a brief nudity and be like, "Are we gonna see Dolly?"
Are we gonna do
And then
it?
it turns
There's
out
no
it's like
nudity.
some old man's ass in the background of a pool shot.
Is Dolly
There's
gonna
no
sing
premarital
PMS
laying in
Blues?
the same bed on Hallmark. There's no
There's
nudity.
not, there's
Thank
not,
God.
there's
When they're
not.
not married, they always go to separate bedrooms.
Yep.
Seriously?
Really?
They don't even neck.
Do they?
They
don't neck.
Do they have a formula for showing like, hey, they might have sex or anything like that?
There's no like, no, there's
Love
no
doesn't involve
saxophone
that?
intro where it's like, oh, it's going down.
Sex,
Or
yeah.
you know what's happening.
No.
Lance in the comments says he's never been more intrigued by these movies than right now. What's Hallmark paying you?
They're paying me in holiday joy.
Thank you.
They are helping me navigate 2019 with these false hopes and dreams that I meet a man in a small town bakery
Oh.
and we fall in love.
That didn't happen during
And we
the
bake cookies.
your crazy summer.
My crazy effing summer?
Yeah.
No.
That lasted a week.
That lasted a week.
I was following
I
along
remember
with that. I
was
loved
like,
it.
I was like, you know what? Yeah, this is gonna
I
be
want
my
one
best
too.
follow of the
I want
year.
one too.
Like, this
Get
is the,
out there.
This is the Angela I've been hearing about.
I'm
Let's
gonna
go.
live
That's
for
right.
Angela.
And
That's
then
right.
a week later, what?
Yeah, no.
Get
It's
buck
over.
wild your way.
It's
Yeah.
it's over.
Great, yeah.
I just got the popcorn.
Look, it was a crazy effing summer, but it was like, you know, the brightest lights burn out fastest.
Yes, you
Oh,
burnt, and that
gosh.
was
Stop it.
And I flew too close
Stop
to the
it.
sun. I dyed my hair red, and I was bad Angela for
Okay.
like the month of March. I was
Yeah.
bad Angela.
It was your hot girl summer lasted 72 hours.
Yes,
Yeah.
because I
If
dyed
you
my
would have
hair
extended
red.
Hot Girl Summer, Southtown would still be open.
That's
I'm
very
so
true.
sorry. I tried. You know, life got in the way, but now it's Hallmark season. You know,
Okay.
Adrian Grenier is in a Hallmark.
I
movie.
saw that.
up.
Yeah, he is.
that. I'll watch. Oh boy.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
The guy was like the biggest face on one of the most popular sitcoms in the world,
He used to
and
get
now
invited
he's still,
to the Emmys.
Oh,
Not no more.
Oh.
He does fit. I mean, was he not the boyfriend in The Devil,
Devil Wears Prada. That's how I know him.
that was
Yeah.
it.
He starred alongside
Anne Hathaway.
my girlfriend in what was
Oh,
that
Meryl
movie?
Streep?
No, what was the movie he did with Mandy Moore?
Oh, I wanna
Drive me
be
crazy.
with you.
Not
Is he in
familiar.
there?
Only for
So there-
That was an episode plot.
There's
wasn't it?
also a movie that it either came out or it's coming out, and it's got the hot guy from Schitt's Creek in it. And
Oh.
I'm super pumped. The guy that plays like I can't remember Wolf or
Mm-hmm.
Dish Rag or whatever his name was.
Dish rag.
Perfect.
Not Daniel Levy, the guy that lives in the barn. Oh,
Okay.
that guy, so good looking.
Yeah.
I don't get juiced up about guys very often. Like poorly. I just don't get. I'm 34. Like we're
Yeah.
out of juice. You know,
Right.
like
I
this is
like
what
that juiced up.
Yeah, like this is what I do. Like here's an example. Like I tweeted about this, but I can't not bring up my favorite scented candle in conversation anymore. Like, I'm always trying to
I
figure
love
out a
that
way
about you.
to work it. I'm like, oh, but have you tried the scented candles? And guess where they're from? The Hallmark store.
Yeah.
Where the last
Oh.
time I walked into the Hallmark store, I got so overwhelmed and excited by
That
all the
is-
Christmas
it is very
decorations,
nice.
I started crying.
Yeah.
I started crying. I had to walk back out. So no, I don't get juiced up these days.
But the Hallmark store does it.
Well, the Hallmark store definitely does it. Just let me dry
What's
hump
your
that
favorite
thing. I'm fine.
scented candle?
Oh, it's a warm maple, and it's got a picture of like
Oh.
pancakes on the front.
Oh no.
Now Hallmark, again, not paying me anything, but their candles last way longer than those Bath and Body Works candles.
Yeah,
You
they
guys,
do.
your ladies are probably like, "Get me something from White Barn. Get me something from Yankee Candle. Go to Cracker Barrel. Do it."
Oh,
Like, don't
okay.
do it.
All right. I have a
Don't do
Yankee
that.
candle sitting on my desk at home.
That's good.
I don't even know
What
what's-
kind?
I
What
don't-
flavor?
I don't know. I have to go look.
There's one that is supposed to smell like man cave, and I'm like, I don't.
I don't think
It
I
has
would
a
do
picture.
that.
I swear to God, it has a picture of like a remote.
I
on
like
it, like-
lavender
I
a
don't think I
lot.
wanna
But
smell.
lavender is nice.
Lavender, I have that in my lotion that I like to use.
Wait. Schitt's Creek guy gonna be in the Hallmark movie. I'm turning off the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Do not ring my doorbell. Like
Right.
putting the pets in a separate room.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Watching it.
Can I read just
Glass of wine?
Bottle.
thank
Oh.
you. Can I get one of these?
Here's a brief movie description. This is starring one of my favorite actresses, Candace Cameron Bure, of course, of Full House and now Fuller House. Lauren Gabriel leaves everything behind in Boston to embark on a new chapter in her life and career. But an unforeseen detour to the charming town of Grandin Falls has her discover unexpected new chapters of the heart and of the family,
Oh.
helping her to embrace once again the magic of Christmas.
Is that the one where Alan Thicke's her dad?
I think so.
Yeah, and she's like, she just wants to like her dad owns this business, and she's like, well, I like business. I don't like Christmas. Like, I want to run a business. And he's
Right.
like, you can't work on Christmas Day, and you got to go to this little town where you're gonna fall in love with Christmas. And she's like,
Yeah.
I just don't think that's good for my career right now.
Kimswick.
Right.
Kimswick, you got to go to Kimswick. Yeah. So that movie. I like that.
I'm
one a lot.
learning so much today. This is exciting.
Well, I would like to know what happens the rest of the year, though, with these people.
But
They're in love.
Yeah, but is it just because of Christmas? Like, how do you manage through the rest of the year? Like when
You
it's
don't.
summer,
It's done.
Right.
You
It's
don't.
done?
That's the thing. Is like in every the
you
formula.
can
for
only
these-
be in love around Christmas.
Well, they don't exist outside of Christmas,
Oh.
right? Much like myself. Like,
Thank you.
Thank
It's
you.
kind of on pause.
I'm just a shell.
right.
Yeah.
You just throw out false claims of crazy summers.
Okay.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
Jesus.
Mhm.
Well, the crazy summer will come back. All
Okay.
right. I just.
I looked forward to that.
So we've got Angela at Happiest Hour tomorrow night. It's one of the last shows you're going to be able to see her in St.
True.
Louis for quite a while.
Goodbye forever.
Happiest Hour tomorrow. Come out, have a good time. 6 o'clock. Come early. We've got Buzz's Hawaiian Grill. They have food items for $1 to $5. So good.
I will pay someone $1 to eat spam.
It's delicious. It's so good.
Yeah.
Angela, what are your plans moving right now? And did we cover all the Christmas, the Hallmark stuff?
Well, okay.
If we need to
here's-
come back to it, let me know.
Well, how much time do we have?
Oh, we got time.
Whatever
okay.
we want.
So
Yeah.
here was a little game that I wanted to play, and it's I'm gonna tell you the title of a Hallmark movie, and you
Okay.
guys tell me the plot.
Okay.
Can we?
All right,
we'll-
you ready
okay,
for
I like
this?
this.
I don't
one,
think you
we'll
can
see how
handle
do.
this.
Okay. Christmas wishes and mistletoe kisses.
Christmas wishes, mistletoe kisses.
And it doesn't, there's no wrong answers.
Two
But what is
single
it?
people at a holiday party. They end up under the mistletoe together.
Okay.
That's how they meet.
Good guess.
Go
Good guess.
from there.
I'm going with a blogger. It's a newer film.
Okay.
A blogger
Oh.
puts out a poll to readers because she doesn't really believe in the holiday season. She wants to know who's even kissed under mistletoe. A lot of polling, a lot of data, a lot of her bringing up
Lot of data.
metrics,
Big data.
a lot of organic growth talked about.
Yeah.
And in the end, the readers lead her to her mistletoe kisses with the unsuspecting janitor from the industrial complex next door to her posh offices.
And the janitor is actually incredibly wealthy, and it's just like a undercover boss situation.
I got
Okay.
friends.
Don't finish my.
This is a kind of coming of age story where friends they met in high school. Then they kind of split off, went off into college and started new lives. But they come back home for the holidays, and their love is rekindled. And now they must answer the haunting question: do we continue this affair, or will we return back to our old lives?
those are all better than what the movie is about.
Oh boy, what is it
Christmas
about?
Wishes and Mistletoe Kisses, airing this season on Hallmark's Countdown to Christmas. Abby, an interior decorator and designer and beautiful single mom, decorates a mansion, including a Christmas party for the handsome single businessman Nick.
We're kind of all along those
I
lines.
mean,
Yeah,
we're on it.
I think there's some friction, like, yeah,
Conflict.
She must break down the wall between the two of them while
Right.
keeping the holiday spirit
Yeah.
alive. You guys,
his ex hated Christmas.
absolutely. Oh, actually, it's not
Yeah.
even an ex. It's probably like his fiance, and she's like,
Yes,
"I'm
right.
his business, and
Yes.
we can't put up a tree like
We,
that's."
we ain't got time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Hallmark.
Wall
so
Street.
Even
It's
find
implied
a
that the
pantsuit
guy.
that fits like that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
implied that the guy she's always with is probably,
Yeah.
but it's never said, obviously.
That's pretty good. I
That's
watched
good.
that movie.
So
Okay.
there's the game.
Okay.
Yes, I'm moving. Is that what we were?
Yeah,
okay,
you're
so
heading out,
I'm
so-
heading out. This is an exclusive announcement because I haven't even
boy.
told it to Facebook yet.
Oh boy, so it's
I
very
know.
here we go.
And when I announce it to Facebook, if it doesn't get 204
Oh, stop
likes,
it. Stop it.
If it doesn't get
You're
at
not,
least-
you're not even gonna probably take the promotion.
no, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm loved, finally.
My favorite, I've told a few people, I'm like, hey, yeah, I'm moving in January, and all of them go, for comedy? And I go, no, I can't move for
I'm not an
comedy.
idiot.
I'm not
Yeah.
doing that. No, my day job is sending me to Spain.
Ooh, get you a
so-
nice Spaniard if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Do they
yep.
believe
Talking about
in-
Spanish dick, Chris.
Do
They
they
definitely
believe
believe
in
in
Spain?
Christmas. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They
Do
pretty much invented it.
Okay.
So.
What about stand-up comedy? Do they believe in
Oh,
that?
sorry. That's of course what you were gonna ask.
No, I want to know more about the Hallmark stuff in
No,
Spain.
I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can do any shows in Spain. I don't speak Spanish.
You should
so-
do like kind of cruise ship when they dock, like American tourists dock. You should be there
Yes.
ready to
Yeah.
entertain. Yes.
Yeah, maybe there's an embassy I can perform at or something. That would be fine.
the embassy Christmas party. You meet a dashing.
Yes.
And then we flash forward. I didn't mean an embassy suites.
Oh no.
You're not coming. You have to. I was gonna ask you to go with me, Gardner. Now you gotta stay.
So you're going to Spain?
I'll be in Spain for a month, and then I'll be in San Francisco after that. So I'll be gone pretty much all of next year. I think I come back in like August or September or something. So
Do you think you'll want to come
Gosh.
back?
no, but work's gonna stop paying for it. You know,
Right.
What happens to your animals?
that's a great question. So I've
Okay.
had them all long enough that I feel confident that we can put them to sleep. Before
Ah!
I'm just kidding.
Bad time to tell you, Gateway Pet Guardians will have a dog at the show tomorrow. We will keep Gateway Pet Guardians Young Professionals dog away from Angela
Kidding.
tomorrow.
No, I get to take
Dr.
Oh.
Comedian.
Dr. Comedian. I think I get to take pets with me to not to Spain but to California.
Oh,
so
really?
I'll have somebody watching the house and everything. So don't try to break in. I will have the.
That'll let them know.
And
a
if you
rental
want
and I
to,
have
we
nothing.
we will give you Angela's address at the end of the show.
No, so they're gonna somebody else is gonna take care of the pets for a little bit and let me go do my own my own thing. I'm gonna be real
Really?
selfish and I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna go to Spain and California on the company
Outstanding.
dime and it's gonna be
Probably
great,
become
so.
a liberal too, won't you?
Let's not hold our breath. My family is from Talladega, Alabama.
Oh, that
so-
happens. Tom Brown's worried you're going to come back saying Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Uh-huh.
Everybody that I've told that I'm going there goes Barcelona.
What's that from? Is it from a film? that I don't follow?
It could be, but it also is how every SLU student that goes to study abroad and then comes back and will sit down and talk. Well, actually, it's pronounced Barcelona.
Oh.
And then that's when I don't say a word and just stare at them.
Yeah. I was going to say, there's a comic here that has a bit on pronunciation of Spain and España. It's
This
funny.
sounds so exciting.
It's going to be good. I'm going to miss it here. I love it here. St. Louis is awesome. And of course, I love doing the shows at Sophie's, and they're always my best shows, I feel like. So don't make a liar out of me. Come out tomorrow night.
Yeah. This has got a lot of emotional baggage tied to it.
Well,
yeah.
there's just a lot of emotional baggage tied to this.
Right.
It's like, I want to be the guy with the balloons and up, right? But it's just not.
Don't
So I'm
we
going.
all?
I'm going downstream.
That makes sense.
No, come to the show. Akeem Woods is awesome too. I got to drive him to Springfield, and that was fun.
Room.
Blue Room.
Yeah.
And then that got me work at the Blue Room, which was nice. So that was cool. Thanks,
Killing it.
Donovan.
Well, it's been fun watching you kick ass.
It's just been fun watching you grow into a young lady. So,
You'll be experiencing love soon, Angela. If you have any questions, Travis is here for
Well,
you.
just tell the folks in Spain and San Francisco you are a two-time target practice.
no,
Nope.
just the one time.
Just one.
Two-time participant, one-time target
Oh,
practice.
okay.
Champion.
Well, you were a winner in my heart every time
Thanks.
you
I mean,
participated. So.
I
Yeah.
did beat all those out-of-state comics. So.
That's right. Ooh, that first round guy was not happy.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, was that true?
No, he was fine.
Did you pick that up from him? I didn't think
No,
he
he was
liked me
fine.
much.
It was funny. It was a great time.
Yeah,
You had a great time, didn't you?
I had a very nice time.
I
Good.
The
had a
Flyover Comedy Festival was a nice time.
was a nice
It was a good
time.
time to see friends.
It was.
Make new enemies.
I know well.
Tell
Did you make some new
jokes,
enemies?
Always.
Good.
Nice.
I feel like I did too, and I was there for like 17 minutes.
That's all it
This
takes.
happened.
Well, one look at you, you know.
Right. That'll do it.
That'll do it. Oh, boy,
What are
this
you going to
guy.
say? Real quick before Angela dumps more problems on us, St. Louis Counseling Services sponsors the show. They also have the podcast, Mental Health Matters. You can check it out on their website, stlouiscounseling.org. Be sure to drop them a line if you're in charge of counseling services, your business, school, and individuals alike. They can help you. That's right, stlouiscounseling.org for more information. Hillside Animal Hospitals. Dr. Ed usually comes in here once a week, and we knock out dogs on film. I think we can get it going. Sean and Gardner put this together every week. Gardner, you want to explain how the show, how the game works on the show?
Well, let's do the open first.
Do you want to do the
Travis?
Dr. Ed open for
Do
Angela?
you want that? Okay.
Yeah,
here's-
let's give her the whole experience of what getting your doctorate gets you
Okay.
when you come on this show.
So
once a
normally
week.
Dr. Ed gets.
Dr. Ed.
Dr. Ed.
The good doctor is in.
And then I disappear for a moment, and the Chiron comes up, and now it's been adjusted to say
Dr. Comedian.
Dr. Comedian for
Perfect.
Angela Smith.
Perfect.
And then I'll pop back up, and then Travis will.
Say it's dogs on film.
And then we play a game.
The most dangerous game.
The most dangerous game.
We call it Dogs on Film. But we've discussed this recently. It probably should be called On Film.
At this point.
yeah.
Because we've run out of dog movies. We can't really do every single. We basically have done every single dog movie.
Maybe we'll have Angela back to do Hallmark dog movies next week.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
maybe.
The Hallmark does have a dog named Happy, and they have a cat named Happy, which is the stupidest thing I've ever. It's like
Yeah,
Happy
they're
and Happy.
Happy and happy.
Yeah, they are so cute. I got a Happy snow globe for $15 from the Hallmark store. It is this big. It is big as my thumb. Brings me so much joy. Anyway, dogs on film.
Did you buy this the time you?
Started crying. Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to know.
Yep.
Good.
All right. So we have 6 total movies. We will have 3 pairs of movies. We'll have one against another. That's basically how this works. You folks have to guess which one has a better score in these pairings according to Rotten Tomatoes. And actually, there's going to be a slight adjustment with that today. The first pairing is not using Rotten Tomatoes because neither of the movies were rated by Rotten Tomatoes. We're going to go by the IMDb rating for the first pairing, which is on a scale of 10. It includes decimal points. So you could technically have like a 3.2 or something like that. Does that make sense,
Okay.
Travis? Okay. So the first set is going to go by IMDb rating. The next 2 sets will go by the Rotten Tomatoes rating, which is a percentage. So you have to guess which one has a better
This
score.
is very official for a radio show game.
Well, we just want to make sure.
What is my prize for winning?
Joy in your heart.
No, I already have that.
Dang, I don't know what we can offer.
You got
Fine, we'll figure it out
You
afterwards. You better
free,
have like
free
a.
Snappy Bigman cup of coffee.
Oh, okay.
Okay, there we go.
I gotta win. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't give her any
Oh.
coffee if she doesn't win.
So 6 total movies, 3 sets of movies, and then we have a 7th movie as a tiebreaker if it's needed, because you can max out at 3 total points. But if we have ties after those 3 sets, we have the tiebreaker,
Don't forget.
which you have to guess closest to the actual score.
I'm not gonna remember any of
That's
this.
okay.
We'll walk you through it as we go along.
Okay, thank
it's
you.
fine.
Y'all are sweet.
Now we do have themes for each pairing, and I'll give you those themes right now before we get into the game. The themes. The first one: Hallmark Christmas movies.
Wow.
See you in hell.
That'll be the one that'll have the IMDb rating because they were not rated on Rotten Tomatoes. The second one: movies set in San Francisco.
Aww.
The third one features actresses with the first name of Angela.
Aww.
And then the
I'm allergic
tiebreaker
to the sweetness. No.
will be set in Spain.
Aw, yeah.
Oh,
España.
España.
So there's our
that how you
themes
say it?
for today.
We're reaching Tupin levels of effort here, pal.
Barcelona.
I needed something. I didn't have anything,
Oh,
so
that's
I had
good.
to.
Angela inspired you.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
there you go.
okay, we're using one
inspire some
person
things
to go
in
with
people.
everything.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, so that's what we have for the themes. Now, throughout, I'll let a single person or a group of people know if they're right or wrong with their answer.
Okay.
And if you're right, you will hear.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog.
If you're wrong, you'll hear that. Now, my friend Sean and I get together. He just got back from Wisconsin. And once a month or once a week, we get together, and he records brief descriptions of these movies in case you haven't seen them.
Sean's
So
got a
it
lot
can-
of time on
It
his
can
hands.
kind of help you out in terms of trying to formulate what your decision will be.
This is a very involved. He's over here doing his taxes, waiting on you to explain this game to us.
Travis ain't doing taxes.
Hey.
Yeah.
Tried to-
That
Tra-
sounded personal.
Travis has taken himself off Twitter, so he's reading Apple News to stay abreast of things.
Travis is trying to figure out how to get by without paying taxes.
Oh my God! What? All right, Gardner. I'm sorry. You clearly worked hard on this.
Yeah, that's all right.
I want him.
All right. So here is the first description. Here is Sean's voice. Now, we'll have some chit chat with him along the way. Not in the first two, really, though, because they're kind of longer descriptions. So I needed to keep him on
Pay
task.
attention.
He gets away. He gets distracted.
Sean's best friend's
Sorry,
name
and
is Vodka.
We're trying to figure out if a dog is in it.
No, no, no.
You're pitting two films up against each other, which has the higher rating.
Which
Okay,
one
all right,
is
all right.
better?
Yeah.
Which one do you think is better
Okay.
rated?
All right, got it.
So here's your first one from the first pairing.
Royal Christmas, Hallmark. Oh, Hallmark, yes. 2014, 1 hour, 30 minutes. As the only daughter of an expert tailor in Philadelphia, Emily Corrigan, Lacey Chabert, is a kind-hearted young woman, proud of her blue-collar background.
Did you say background?
I did. Blue-collar background. She is a devoted seamstress at the family business and madly in love with her doting European boyfriend, Leo, Stephen Hagen. But as their first Christmas together approaches, Leo drops a bombshell on his unsuspecting girlfriend. He is actually Prince Leopold, heir to the throne of Cordinia. Well, heir to the throne of Cordinia. Less than enthusiastic about her son's relationship with a commoner, the prince's mother, Queen Isadora, Jane Seymour, makes Emily feel anything but welcome at their grand castle. A scheming Isadora invites Duchess Natasha, Catherine Flynn, Leo's ex-girlfriend, to join them for Christmas. Emily wonders if love is enough to keep her newly royal relationship from falling apart before Christmas morning. Man, those Hallmarks are the best, man. Listen, you know, I gotta get a drink. Go to the next one. Give me 2 seconds.
That does sound like Crazy Rich Asians, but with white people.
All right. Royal Christmas is your first one.
Okay.
It's going against. What are you making?
Making a vodka water.
Kind of vodka.
Pinnacle from France. Crown for Christmas. Hallmark 2015. 1 hour and 26 minutes. After getting fired from her job as a maid at a ritzy New York City hotel, Allie Danica McKellar reluctantly accepts a temp gig as a governess to a young girl who is part of a powerful family in Europe that lives in an actual castle. After arriving, Allie learns the girl is named Princess Theodora Allie Botterill, and her father is Maximilian, King of Windshire, Rupert Henry Jones. The king informs Allie that the princess tends to terrorize authority figures. What is that?
Predilection.
Predilection that has grown worse since her mother's death. Yet governess and princess wind up hitting it off, while at the same time a spark forms between Allie and Max. However, Countess Celia Alexandra Evans is expecting to wed the king. Will Max take a stand for his feelings for Allie and make it truly a Merry Christmas for all, or at least most?
All right. We have Crown for Christmas versus A Royal Christmas.
Now, in that Crown for Christmas description,
Uh,
I had a couple questions, just quick questions.
Yeah.
So she was
why don't
fired.
you ask Angela?
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
I've seen them both
all right,
multiple
so she
times.
was fired.
I really have.
She was fired from her previous occupation
Yeah.
of being a maid, and I'm assuming perhaps went on Indeed or maybe used her LinkedIn account and ended up with a position as a governess.
This was what 2015.
Yes.
How did
Yeah, it
she
would've been
become?
Indeed.
So she got fired and still was able to become a governess for a wealthy royal family.
Yeah, because it's Winnie Cooper, right? Like that's Danica McKellar is the star. It's Winnie Cooper
okay,
from
Winnie
the
Cooper's
Wonder
in it.
Years.
Okay, she
Now we're
is,
talking.
That's how you get hired.
All right, so that's the Crown Christmas versus a Royal Christmas.
A Royal Christmas versus Crown.
And this is on
for Christmas.
IMDb, and they go 0 to 100
0 to 10.
to 10.
And they use decimals.
Oh, wow. Okay. So we're used to Rotten Tomatoes usually.
I'm going a Royal Christmas.
A Royal Christmas for Travis.
I think it's pretty obvious. It's the Crown one.
Crown for Christmas for Chris.
I'm actually gonna say it's going to be well, that's tough because one's been out longer, so it could have collected more reviews. Okay, we're going to say A Royal Christmas because you got to see it, you guys, when Lacey Chabert comes down that staircase
Beautiful
in that
moment,
gown
just a
at
moment.
that ball.
Okay.
And she's a seamstress, so she alters it herself.
Oh wow.
Even after the queen tries to like sabotage it, they gotta get her from the airport. She's like, I'm going back to America, and the queen doesn't like me, and like she's in the airport like getting ready, and like the wait staff falls in love with her. They come and get her. Like that's
Oh,
That is
That is
beautiful.
nice.
Wow.
So, Crown, which one was that?
I said the first one.
A
The
Royal Christmas for Travis and Angela. Crown for Christmas for Chris. Travis, Angela.
That's right. That's right.
Wrong.
Wow, that other one was crap.
A Royal
It was
Christmas.
not that good.
6.6.
Okay.
Crown for Christmas 7.0.
See, I know my Hallmark Christmas films.
Yeah, clearly. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right,
Well,
what's
at
next?
least you're arguing the scores with this. That's normally what happens with this game.
Yeah.
Dr. Ed does that.
Oh, he
Dr.
gets
Ed
mad.
hates Rotten Tomatoes more than anything I think
Right.
he hates in
As
his
he
life.
should.
Well, I just want to like, is it statistically significant the difference between the how many reviews came in for one versus the other?
That's a fair question, and I don't know. It's a fair question. I
I'll
don't
tell
have
you,
the
they're showing both of them on the Hallmark Channel this season, so you'll be
Okay.
able to
We'll
catch
keep
both
an
of
eye
them.
out.
answer. And then
One-
judge for yourself.
I think the winning one is on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, where the other one is on Hallmark Channel Classic. So
There's two.
there's 3, but they're not doing anything on Hallmark Drama right now. I mean, they are, but it's like Little House on the Prairie stuff. It's so boring.
Okay.
We go on to the second pairing. Movie set in San Francisco.
Okay.
Here's your first one.
Next up, Next we have Basic Instinct, 1992. Drama, mystery, 2 hours, 8 minutes. The mysterious Catherine Trannell, Sharon Stone, a beautiful crime novelist, becomes a suspect when she is linked to the brutal death of a rock star. Investigated by homicide detective Nick Curran, Michael Douglas, Catherine seduces him into an intense relationship. Meanwhile, the murder case becomes increasingly complicated when more seemingly connected deaths occur, and Nick's psychologist and lover, Beth Garner, Jeanne Triplehorn? Jean Triplehorn appears to be another suspect. Man, that Nick is screwed in that one. I'll bet you.
All right, Basic Instinct.
There it is.
Is your first one set in San Francisco. Here's
Travis's third favorite movie.
Is that the one with the rabbit?
It's got a beaver.
No.
Oh.
It does. Oh shit.
What's the one where she boils the rabbit?
That's the one with the Glenn Close and
That's
Michael
not this
Douglas.
one? Okay.
No, that's a different. Oh, I know the one you're talking about, and I can't think of the name of it.
Me
right
Well,
now.
good. You all passed. You know, you're not
Thank
psychos.
you.
So,
Okay, so
It's not our
basic,
motivation to get up every day.
yeah.
Basic Instinct going against.
All right, next we have The Rock, 1996. Thriller action, 2 hours, 16 minutes. FBI chemical warfare
Hallmark
expert
movie.
Stanley Goodspeed, Nicolas Cage, is sent on an urgent mission with a former British spy, John Patrick Mason, Sean Connery, to stop General Francis X. Hummel Ed Harris from launching chemical weapons on Alcatraz Island into San Francisco. General Hummel demands $100 million in war reparations to be paid to the families of slain servicemen who died on covert operations. After their SEAL team is wiped out, Stanley and John deal with the soldiers on their own. Nicolas Cage, he's a tough guy again. Tougher than the SEAL team that was wiped out.
You don't think Nicolas Cage is tough?
No, I don't. I can't stand him acting like a tough guy.
Haven't you seen
It's
him in
not
the National
convincing.
Treasure movies?
No. Remember they came on that day, and I started watching it, and then I said, "There's got to be something better on this."
There's not.
There was.
Bullshit.
It's not bullshit. I just don't like Nicolas Cage. How's that?
All right, we have The Rock versus Basic Instinct with Chris leading 1-0.
Stand down.
Guys, what if
Stand down.
The Rock was a Hallmark, like it got remade as a Hallmark movie?
That would be
Would you
Right.
then watch the
I
Hallmark?
watch the hell
Where
out
it's
of
like,
that movie.
we got to keep the missiles from hitting the North Pole.
Oh, yeah.
But the missiles have mistletoe on them.
Yeah, mistletoe.
Oh,
I think the bad guy's name is Mistletoe.
We could do this.
I like this.
Okay,
We could do this. We can
Okay.
make this.
good.
All right, we'll make it
I
happen.
hope Hallmark's listening.
Yeah.
I say that every day when I wake up. I really hope.
Pray to Hallmark at night. Yeah.
Snotice me.
Did you say snotice me?
Snotice me. That's oh my god.
Snow this and
gotta,
send it to
write
me.
Final snotice this
I-
fall.
Cameo
Or
by
this
Edward
winter.
Snowden?
Ah, yes.
No, well.
Okay. Get Snowden home for the
Well, I
holidays.
gotta write all those fake Hallmark movies for people for donating to my charity, the United Way,
Oh, yeah.
which you can find on my Twitter, and you can get your
Yes.
own Hallmark movie for $100.
They've been retweeted, by the way. Go check out the link. Help out this
Snotice
family that Angela
me.
is supporting.
Snotice. I gotta come up with better titles this year. I'm running out. Okay. Anyway, The Rock versus Basic Instinct. Go.
Which
Final,
one has
final
a
SNOTUS?
better score according to Rotten Tomatoes?
I'm going The Rock.
The Rock for Travis.
The Rock versus Basic Instinct. It's The Rock all day.
I'm saying Basic Instinct because people wouldn't know a good movie if it hit him in the face.
That's a good point.
Like a missile.
Like this.
Hurtling
Angela,
towards it.
out on the limb with Basic Instinct.
Love to be wrong.
Sorry, Angela.
I'm so good at it.
Basic Instinct 53. The Rock a 66.
No, that's too low for The Rock. The Rock needs to be a 99%.
Movie's so
Yeah.
good.
That is so damn good. Movie is
So good.
So
Got
fucking
every, wait,
it's so
just
fucking
The Rock,
awesome.
But The Rock doesn't have The Rock in it.
No.
It
That's-
would if it was made today.
Make it today.
Yeah.
You got yourself a perfect
Right.
score.
Will literally take place
Keep
on his
Nicolas
back.
Cage. Keep Sean Connery.
Oh, I don't. Connery might.
All
A
right.
little
we'll
long in the tooth for the
He
role.
may also
now.
slap around the female characters. We don't want that to happen.
Oh, that's right. Feminism. Okay. Well,
Thank you, Angela. It's the art.
Stop, Travis. You and your Hallmark feminism.
Hitting that Chris Brown concert next time he comes
Yeah.
through there, hypocrite.
There are other people on the act. I like how
yeah,
you
who
leave
else
them
on that
off.
ticket?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Women.
Yeah.
Women artists.
All right. They wear helmets on stage.
2 for Chris. 1 for Travis. 0 for Angela. Right now, we head into our third and final pairing. Movies with actresses named Angela. Here's your first one. You just got back from Wisconsin,
Yeah.
where your 88-year-old father got married
That's right.
to the lovely Donna.
Darling, darling.
You were the best man.
I was.
You sang.
We sang.
You danced.
We danced.
Did you give a speech?
No, I didn't.
Why not?
No need.
Your wife met the New York side of the family.
Oh, yeah. She hung out all night, next day, and the next night, and then the next day. People doesn't want to stop. They're getting old, too, and they still keep going at it.
What do you mean?
They drink a lot. Next, we have How Stella Got Her Groove Back. Oh, I got to tell you a funny story. I can't tell you. 1998 drama, comedy, drama. 2 hours, 5 minutes. Unlucky in love, stockbroker Stella, Angela Bassett, jets to Jamaica with her gal pal Delilah, Whoopi Goldberg, for some fun in the sun. There, the 40-year-old working woman has an island fling with Winston Tyree Diggs.
Tay.
Diggs. I can't see. I mean, get off my back. A handsome 20-something. When it's time to return to California, Stella realizes that she's developed real feelings for her new man. But with their distance from each other, not to mention their disparity in age, does a real relationship stand a chance? Well, does it or did it? I think she probably did.
I love the drink breaks with the glass.
Me too. That's the
Ice
best part.
clanking.
All right. How Stella Got Her Groove Back with Angela Bassett's the first one.
Okay.
Here's the second one.
The greatest story ever told. 1965. Drama, family drama. 4 hours and 20 minutes. From his birth in Bethlehem to his death and eventual resurrection, the life of Jesus Christ. Max von Sydow is given the all-star treatment in this epic retelling. Major aspects of Christ's life are touched upon, including the execution of all the newborn males in Egypt by King Herod, Claude Rains. Christ's baptism by John the Baptist, Charlton Heston, and the betrayal by Judas after the Last Supper that eventually leads to Christ's crucifixion and his miraculous return. Angela Lansbury plays Pontius Pilate's wife, Claudia.
Jesus Christ, superstar.
I
Do
saw
you
that.
think you're what they say
No.
you
Who
are?
the hell do you think you are? That's how he really
like that.
goes. Yeah, I saw that on a boat from Maine to Nova Scotia. You know what's in Nova Scotia?
Oak Island. So that led down another discussion. So we have Angela Lansbury in The Greatest Story Ever Told versus Angela Bassett and How Stella Got Her Groove Back. Which one has a better score according to Rotten Tomatoes?
I gotta go with How Stella Got Her Groove Back.
You're obligated.
I think I'm probably obligated.
I don't think black people use Rotten Tomatoes.
We don't.
Yeah, so I'm thinking it's the other one.
Travis is
That's a good point.
Oh, but white guilt. So probably.
White
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
It was great. Yeah, I
Right.
saw 10 minutes. Outstanding.
I'll go with the other one just to make it interesting to see if Travis can time me.
The Greatest Story Ever Told?
Yeah.
And what were you going with, Angela?
The greatest story ever told.
The Greatest Story
She's playing for pride at this point.
Ever Told. Chris and Angela.
Why did I
So the
do that?
story
I'm
of
a
how...
loser.
How Stella Got Her Groove Back beats out the story of Jesus Christ,
Oh.
49 to 38. Jesus didn't rank so well on Rotten Tomatoes.
I just realized you shared the wrong tweet about donating.
Oh, I
tweet.
did?
I put up a joke tweet yesterday to
Oh, no.
donate on Giving Tuesday to a fund to buy myself a Peloton bike. so that my husband would value me.
Nice.
I don't have a husband, but anything can happen
There
Oh,
she
in
goes.
a year, according to
Oh,
that.
no.
Peloton
So
bike
yeah,
lady.
you can go ahead and you can just Venmo me for that Peloton. That's fine. But I just pinned the tweet with the link to my United Way family.
I've got
What few?
100 neediest causes. Maybe I did a few
Okay,
of them.
all
so
right.
At the top, I've got 100 neediest causes. So.
Well, I appreciate you
We're getting you
throwing
that
some heat
Peloton
at the
buff.
Peloton.
Yeah.
Like.
That's fair too.
So
Someone replied to that tweet and they said, "Is it a two-seater asking for a friend?"
Hey, now I like that. That's a good line.
I
That's
want
a
to be
good
like,
line.
yeah, but we have to ride face to face. Cool.
All right, so that brings us to the tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker.
Oh, tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are tied?
Chris and
I
Travis are
lobbed
tied.
him one just then.
Oh my goodness! Now I really want to kick his ass. Let's go.
Oh, he made this sound like. All right, Angela, you can play along as well.
Oh, thank
Obviously.
you.
So this one is set in Spain. Set in
Okay.
Spain. There you go.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. Tiebreaker. Vicky Cristina Barcelona. Barcelona.
You spit on the screen.
Say Barcelona. Barcelona. 2008. Comedy drama. 1 hour, 37 minutes. Americans Vicky, Rebecca Hall, and Christina, Scarlett Johansson, arrive in Spain for a summer vacation at a friend's. Patricia Clarkson, Barcelona home. Visiting an art gallery, they meet seductive painter Juan Antonio Javier Bardem, who invites them for a weekend of food, art, and sex. Sparks really ignite when his fiery former lover, Penelope Cruz, arrives on the scene, making for a very crowded house. I gotta get ready to go to work pretty soon. That's it. I gotta go to the bathroom now. I gotta go. Bye-bye.
Yeah, the vodka ran through him before the work. Normally he says he doesn't drink until he gets to work, but that's Sean needed a little refresher. So Vicky Cristina Barcelona. I saw this one in the theater, and
You did?
Why?
Oh, Scarlett Johansson.
yeah, I
Yeah.
saw Match Point in the theater too.
Wow.
Jesus, you gotta say it like that.
It's erotic.
I guess. That's not a
They're
reason.
erotic.
Did you wear a big jacket in?
The scene
Yeah,
when she was
cool.
at Match Point smoking a cigarette, and twirling her wine. in a
Okay.
restaurant.
Hey.
Yeah, please don't make a public theater into an erotic.
Yeah.
Say
Why
that.
did you like that movie? It was erotic.
You can go at Highway 70, find an erotic theater. For
Yeah.
I probably audibly at one point in that movie
Oh.
just went
Oh.
something like that.
My mom used to watch Never Talk to Strangers or whatever with Antonio Banderas, or Don't Talk to, I can't remember. And she would watch it in our living room, and she was obsessed with him. So I'm like an 8-year-old kid, and anytime his bare butt was on the screen, she would freeze frame it and slow-mo it. And I'd hear her out there just sitting there going,
What?
Get
Yeah.
it, Mom.
yep. So you're like my mom.
From behind, he is mistaken for a
A
middle-aged
lot of
woman
people's
quite
moms.
a bit.
And that has happened.
That is a delicious
like a
looking mom
Denise.
right there. Very
By
thick
a
mom.
gentleman just driving down Hampton one day, actually.
Look at that thick mama. Oh shit! No.
You need a ride?
Oh.
No, I'm good. Oh, jerk.
Oh,
What if I did need a ride?
because you
We
probably
have
maybe
trouble,
needed
right?
a ride. Yeah, that's not
Okay,
fair.
what do you think the score was for Vicky Cristina Barcelona?
I am going.
I'm sorry, Vicky Cristina Barcelona.
Thank
It
you.
sounds like yeah. This sounds like this would be a nice 85.
Wow. 67%.
What would you think, Angela?
I'm going 78%.
Ooh. That would have won it. It's an 81. 81, according to Rotten Tomatoes. So Travis pulls out the victory.
First time he's pulled out in 2019. Good for you.
That's right. I shielded the club this time.
Thanks to Hillside Animal Hospital for sponsoring it and for me for ruining that sponsorship now that I've spoke like that. And definitely come out and see Angela tomorrow night.
That's
Happiest
right.
hour. Come by. Buzz's Wine Grill's got food. We've got great comics, free entry, specials on Jack Daniels, Schlafly, all the like. Doors open at 4. Show starts around 6. Come out and have some fun. We're also at Gastro Pit tomorrow night, 8:30 show. Ricky Royal headlining that one. It's going to be a fun one. Late night happy hour with the barbecue. Gardner settled in and made a buffet out of that place last time he was there. So come by 4916 Shaw as well. Angela, one more time. We've tweeted out. I made sure the correct stuff was tweeted. We've
Thank
got
you.
the links out. We've got it in the comments of the Facebook stuff. It's everywhere. So if you have a couple bucks to spare, be sure to donate to the United Way family that Angela is sponsoring. Anything else before you get out of here?
No, you guys have been here, and
Oh damn!
think?
Damn.
Question mark.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
having me.
question
See you
mark.
never.
No, wow, that's not necessary.
May the joy of Christmas
Okay.
find you.
Oh God, that's nice of you
Wow.
to say.
Watch the Hallmark Channel.
Yeah, I will.
Uh-huh.
With
this
my dad.
weekend. Let's talk about it sometime. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see if you're available next week. Maybe we'll do a.
I'm not, but thank you.
Okay,
I just-
well, we'll see you
I just
around.
wanted to big time someone
I
for
guess,
once in my
yeah.
life.
There you
that's
go. Good for you.
I'm
That's
here.
okay. Tina will come in. It'll be good.
She's funny. She's great. I love
You
Tina.
love
What are you
pitting-
trying? Is that supposed to be
pitting-
like?
pitting
Are
people- like
you
whoever
threatening me with a
fights over-
talented comedian that is my friend?
Whoever fights over spots or like views, like who in comedy in St. Louis, like you guys are pretty good about it, but I think that probably in your hearts you have people that you think get too many gigs close to
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Is that a thing that you work at? Like Travis, like
Yeah.
if we used to do it a little bit with like radio personalities or whatever. If certain things would happen, you'd be like, those guys, and then you don't really think like, well, I mean, they're doing their thing, let them go. Do you
Steve and DC are going to beat you guys out every time.
every
That's-
year,
believe it.
Oh, yeah.
all the time? Do you have
that's-
that?
Of course.
Okay.
But guess what? I'm moving. It doesn't matter.
Oh,
So,
she's
yeah.
a big fancy Spanish comic now.
Yeah, I'm gonna be big in
You
Spain.
do European
guys.
tours now,
Yeah,
huh?
big in
You should
Spain.
say you're going on tour to Spain.
You
say
should
that.
definitely do it and just
yep, I'm
watch
gonna
every
do-
comedy group on Facebook just
Here's-
implode.
Well,
Here's
then you'll
something-
have people that only stalk you on Facebook. Whenever they see you in like 8 months, they're like, "How was your comedy tour in Spain?"
Yeah, wow, you're killing it. You were on
Yeah.
tour in Spain. Here's something that comedians do, and it's hilarious. They go and they book one house show in like Denver, and they're like, "I'm on tour." Like, it's just like a DIY, and it's fine if you want to do the work. That's
Yeah,
great. It is
that's
not a
totally
tour.
fine.
You're not on tour.
You're booked in a
So
city.
it's like, yeah, I just booked a theater at the Tivoli to show my home movies. I'm not in a feature film, It's just
Wise words from the great Angela Smith. You can follow her on Twitter at Angela Marie85 for all of the amazing thoughts she has about Hallmark and the like. Gardner, any shout outs before we go?
I don't think I have one today.
No shout outs
I
today.
can't think of one in particular.
It's going to be a fun week. Again, comedy tomorrow is going to be a blast. Come out, hang out for that. If you haven't yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, we're trying to build that up. Just got it up and going. Midcoast Media on YouTube. And it's going to be fun. We've got Godfrey coming in this week, and our friend Akeem might stop by. So fun times to be had. Big thanks to Angela. For Travis, for Gardner, we're back live tomorrow at 8 a.m. See you then.
Peace.